Saturn's Day news update. What up, y'all? Welcome to the Naga News. The Naga News, where you get the news from the perspective of a real Naga. What's up, everybody? On this gloomy, cloudy Saturn's Day in Los Angeles. Be waiting for you guys to come on in here. There they go. Damn, y'all coming in fast. Love Bazaar, Jason Rivers, Summer Breeze, what up? Lisa Jenkins, damn, y'all coming in fast. Jesus, what up? Dwayne Hicks, King Cop 6, Deshaun Houston, Boap, Toby Robinson, Mrs. B, what up? Balance Higher Knowledge, Travion McClinton, Kimberly Bell, what up? What's up, King Tony? Brandon Terry, True Knowledge, Soul Sus, Flow Rider, what up? Who's that? Jay Nature, Ralph McCoy, Broderick Enoch, Spread Wealth, DJ Sherm, excuse me, Christopher Perkins, Brian Rich, Chaz McFly, No Ken to Marty, Mamba Ross, 24, Michael Guess, excuse me, Raul Vega, Ellison Gray, and get everybody, Travis Bailey and Christopher Ellis. What up, y'all? Make sure you wipe your feet before you step up in here. Y'all know what it is. You already know what it is. Make sure you take your shoes off before you enter the dojo. That means hit the like button for any new people that's popping up in here. Don't disrespect my dojo, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect my dojo, baby. Anybody who's trained in martial arts, you know what happened. When you disrespect the dojo, you got to get called out with the sensei. Oh, you want to disrespect the dojo? All right, well, come on. Let's see what you got, Mr. Big Person. No, you want to get gangster up in my dojo? Okay, let's see. But no, just make sure you hit the like button, everybody. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Also, anybody who ordered the book, your book is gone. And I did give the people, because it took me so long to mail you, because I was waiting on the constitutional rights cards. So it took me a minute to mail your packages. So if it was taking a minute to mail your package, I gave you the 5-card deal, the 5-card flashcard deal. So don't hit me up. I hooked your ass up. You was only supposed to get 2 decks of flashcards. I gave you 5. I don't want to hear no shit. You understand? I don't want to hear nothing. Hooked you up. But appreciate you guys for supporting. And anybody else who wants to support, I appreciate that also. Make sure you go to realnagas.com. This is the best way to support. You know, they took me out of the monetary game. I hit them up to see if I can get back into the thing. I don't know what's up with it. I hit them up a long time ago. I ain't hear nothing back. So I guess they was like EAD. I asked if I can get back in, but they told me I can't get back into, well, they didn't tell me I could, but I just haven't heard anything when I reapplied. So if you want to help me out, make sure you go to realnagas.com. This is how you support right here. I need you guys to support. Again, appreciate you guys for coming in. But again, for me to bring you this information, it takes a lot of time and energy. So if you want me to do this, then you got to support. Otherwise, I got 50 million other things I could be doing. Believe me, I don't have to do this. I've started multiple businesses over my life. And trust me, I have 3 going right now. So if y'all don't want me to do this, then I'll do something else. So make sure you support. These are the new books right here. This is the old book. This is good. It worked. It hooked it up. It hooked everybody up. A lot of people got knowledge from that. But this is the new right here. The glossy, the old, out with the old, in with the new. So make sure you get over to realnagas.com. Order the Great Book of Melanin Research, the hard copy. If you order the digital copy, you don't get the deal. But order the hard copy. And again, this is book 1 and 2. You should have this book. Everybody should have this book on melanin. If you are melanated, everybody's melanated. So let me just say that. Everybody's melanated. You got internal melanin, external melanin. So you should know how it works, because it does work. It actually has a function, multiple functions that can give you superpowers. So if you don't know that, get in here and figure that out. And then when you do, you already know. Oh, man. When you do that, you already know I'll hook you up with the Police Stop Law package right here. You get one of these three beautiful, one of, not all three, one of these three beautiful Know Your Rights manuals, the gold, the blue, or the gangster red right here. So you get one of these, and this is everything you need to know about police stops and traffic stops. So police stops or pedestrian stops on foot and traffic stops. Everything you need to know. Also how to make police officers accountable. And then when you want to make them accountable, this tells you to go right here to this public official bonds book. Go place a claim on their police insurance. They have insurance. All police officers have to have insurance. Go get it. Don't let them just do whatever they want to you. Go after their police insurance, also called or AKA public official bonds. And all public officials have them. They have to have them or they can't work. And they're tied to their oath to the Constitution. So when the police officer violates their oath to the Constitution to protect your constitutional rights, you got them. That's how it works. When they violate the Constitution, they lose that bond. So any constitutional rights violation of you, boom, it's gone and you get to claim the money, which is usually about $75,000. So boom, get that right here. Again, you can get all of this at realnagas.com. If you order the Great Book of Melanin Research Plus, this is, boom, the real right here. This is what you hand to police officers when you get pulled over. Constitutional rights card right here. This is the cliff notes of the Know Your Rights manual right here. Everything the police officers need to know about you and what will happen when they mess up. This is called the FAFO card. I need to put that on the back. This is the FAFO card. Don't leave home without it. You ever see that? FAFO. Don't leave home without it. So this is the FAFO card right here. And this is the extension. This is the extension to the FAFO. This is the qualified immunity card and notice. Lets police officers know that they effed up. And now they're going to find out. But no, they lose their qualified immunity when they violate your constitutional rights. That's the shield they get when they violate your rights. And they don't know that they did it. But when you alert them on camera that they're in danger of doing it, and then they do it on camera, you got them. So make sure you're prepared. Hand this to the police officers when they pull you over. Say, I don't answer questions, officer. And then FAFO if you want to. But no, don't talk crazy to police until they talk crazy to you. But right here, boom, you give them that. And that's how you get the whole thing. And then again, boom, you got the decks of flashcards right here. So anybody who hits me up this week, I am going to extend the deal. I'm going to give you 5 decks of flashcards. All right, because I got to clean out some stuff. So make sure you hit me up. You get the 2 police stop flashcards right here, volume 1 and 2. The law and government flashcards, volume 1 and 2, and police, excuse me, the Supreme Court decisions. You need to know that. If you pull out Supreme Court decisions on police officers, when they pull you over, watch their face change. A lot of times, police officers try to pull Supreme Court cases out on you. We're watching that on our police stop law classes every Sunday. We'll watch police officers pull over somebody, and then they get questioned why they do it. And they say, well, I can't get out of the car. And then the police officer will say, well, yeah, Supreme Court case, Pennsylvania versus Mims says I can pull you out of your car. See, they're starting to get savvy now because a lot of people are starting to learn the law and hit them up. All of these audit videos and all of this type of stuff, First Amendment auditors and that type of stuff, they're starting to make them accountable. So they have to go and actually learn the law. So they're going to pull some Supreme Court cases out on you. So you do that to them. Boom. Why they can't mess with you. When you pull a Supreme Court case out on them, you got them. Watch their whole face change. So this is the flashcards that teach you about the Supreme Court cases that back up the security of your rights right here. All right. So again, realnagas.com. Make sure you get the hard copy and I will get that to you ASAP. Excuse me. Also, and anybody who wants to learn status law, just go to patreon.com/realnagas. Sign up to the status classes at the highest level. I will give you the paperwork for free that you need to free yourself. So I do charge for it. However, if you sign up to patreon.com/realnagas at the highest level, when you're able to explain the paperwork, I will just give it to you. All right, because I need an army, a law army, more than I need your money right now. All right. Not that I don't need your money, but I do need a law army right now. When we get 1 million Johnny Cochran strong, that's when we're going to be mashing out. So again, patreon.com/realnagas. Sign up. Also, you can join the Police Stop Law classes if you don't want to join the Know Your Rights Foundation, which is right here. Bam! But if you want to learn the law for free, get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up. We had to push the interview class to next week. So if you want to get in for next week's interview class, this is next Wednesday. So make sure you hit us up quick so we can get this back to you. So if you want to get in for this coming Wednesday's interview class, you have to hit us up ASAP and we can squeeze you in right there because we had to push it back. So boom, knowyourrightsfoundation.org/volunteers, sign up and we will teach you for free. But the deal is you have to work for one of these. That is the deal. You have to work for a certification, then take this information back out to the world and go spread it to your family, friends, all right, and your community. That is the deal. And when you get in here, there's no loafing around. There's no sitting, oh, I'm just coming every other. No, you got to get in here. You have to work. We want leaders. We want motivated, self-motivated people. We're not going to call you up. Are you doing this? Are you here? What happened to you? We ain't doing that. We need you to be self-motivated because those people out there need you to be self-motivated. They don't need people who are just going to sit on their ass and not get out there and try to help. They need people who are motivated to get out there and say, look here, little youngster, you need to learn this. So if that's you, call us. We need you on our team, the A team, Top Gun. You want to be on Top Gun? Call us or get over here at knowyourrightsfoundation.org and join Top Gun. I'm Maverick. I'm the Maverick of the crew. That's right. I'm Maverick, baby. You want to be Goose or Iceman and somebody else? I'm Maverick. You can't be Maverick. I'm Maverick. So bam, make sure you get over there. Appreciate everybody for signing up. All right. Oh, really quick, make sure you call the homie Timmy Tight Top. Forgot about the homie Timmy Tight Top, the weed juice. Make sure you call up the weed juice. If you want the weed, it's the Mango Mania, mango, orange, banana, and apple. Right here. This is actually off the chain right here too. And then the greatest juice in the land. This is the greatest juice to ever be juiced. The greatest juice in the land. This is called the surprisingly sweet. And he has grapefruit, cantaloupe, and pear. Very simple, but very, very delicious. Call him now if you want to be a part of the game. No, seriously, call Weed Juice right here. Make sure you hit him up. It's the number is, oh man, I can't get my phone open. Number is 323-776-2587. Again, 323-776-2587. Call him and get some of these delicious juices ASAP. Call him now. Do not delay. Had to put my British voice on for you. All right, y'all, you ready? You ready to get into it? Ooh. Y'all ready to get into it so I can order me some chicken shawarma? Only got 2 weeks left of chicken shawarma, everybody. I go on my cleanse. I go on my June cleanse in about 2 weeks. So I'm trying to live it up. Trying to live it up, baby. Trying to live it up because I got to go on my cleanse again. It's only a month cleanse. This one's only a month. I do 2 cleanses a year, 2 to 3 months in December, January, February. And then I do one in June. So June is coming. Living it up right now, guys. Having such a ball right now. Not being on the cleanse. But I'm eating some of these fudge cookies, man. I'm just zoning out on the fudge cookies until 2 more weeks. So it's fudge cookies and chicken shawarma. So you want to donate to the Chicken Shawarma Fund, make sure you hit up the CashApp. Forgot to tell you about the CashApp. That's Real Nagas, the number 9. Moderators, please make sure you put this in there. And again, it's Real Nagas, the number 9, if you want to donate to the CashApp for the Chicken Shawarma Fund or some of my fudge cookies. They off the chain. Them fudge cookies off the chain, goddammit. But I got to give them up in 2 weeks. But until then, y'all can hook me up. All right, everybody, let's get into it with the political news. You know, sometimes I wish I could bring y'all the law, bring you the news like everybody else. And how are we today, guys? And you know, Trump he's doing very well he's doing very well this month, and we have to look at all the things that he's doing across. He's taken a trip to the Middle East. We have to look at that, and then we're going to look at him and his beef with Israel. We're going to look at that, and then we're going to have to look. I wish I could do that sometime. I just can't, man. That's the most boring goddamn news of all time. How y'all look at motherfuckers who talk like that? Huh? How y'all listen to people who talk that goddamn slow and that boring? Do you know I watch YouTube on 2.5? 2.5, not 2. 2.5. I don't see how y'all listen to people who talk like that. That slow. God damn. But with that low energy, I don't understand how you do it. I can't be that low energy, y'all. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do it. But makes for some fun news, I guess. All right, political news. Just like I said, Trump struck a deal, preliminary deal, trade deal with China. 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 So nothing was signed. Just a 90-day delay on the tariffs. And on the proposed 145%, the tariffs that he hit China with the 145. So 90-day freeze on that. So the deal that was worked out, and everybody, all the Democrats is acting like he caved. Trump had to do it. The economy was crashing. He was out there in the wind. He had nothing to do. He had to do the deal. China forced him into the deal. China, they got him into the figure four. They got him into the chicken wing. They forced him. They sign the fucking deal, Trump. This is the Democrats acting like these motherfuckers did some ancient Chinese Shaolin shit on China. Did some fucking Shaolin monk shit on Trump, nigga. Some did a goddamn all you can. Did an all you can on Trump. A Hadouken. Well, a lot of people, some people say all you can, some people say Hadouken. But he did a Hadouken on Trump, apparently, and then got him to sign the deal. But if you were really watching, you saw that China initiated the deal. Trump didn't call China. China called Trump. Remember, I told you they were trying to sneak into the. They got caught by the reporters trying to sneak into the back of the White House a couple weeks ago. Them niggas had the COVID mask on and shit. They were trying to sneak into the gate wouldn't open up fast enough in the back and shit. they had to go around the back entrance and they tried to go through the back gate. And the gate they was having trouble with the gate and shit trying to get in. And then the reporters was like, "Hey, China!" They were like, "Oh." Them niggas tried to rush in there real quick and like, "Oh." Niggas tried to block their face and shit. Cause on the surface, Xi Jinping was telling his people, he was telling USA to EAD. He was like, "Nigga, I'm telling fuck America, bitch. We ain't doing no deal with you. We China. We can outlast you forever. Do you know what we done in China? Do you know how many people have starved over here in China? We ain't got to do nothing, motherfucker. We still got that in us. You understand? We don't got to do nothing, bitch ass Trump, blah, blah, blah." And on the back end, this nigga got niggas sneaking into the White House. Like, Trump, hey, Trump. Fuck you, Trump. When somebody see him, fuck you. I just came all the way from China out here in this gate just to tell you, fuck you, Trump. That's all. I'm about to get back on the plane, go all the way back to China. But I just want to say, in person, at the gate, fuck you, Trump. Like, yeah, we got it. Trump waving at it from the balcony and shit. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So, China was forced into the deal. Bitch ass niggas. And they keep trying to act like China won the deal when Trump got him to sign the 30% tariff deal. 30%. So the first time when they first hit the tariffs, when they first put the tariffs on, Trump said, "Don't do anything." He told all the countries, "Don't do anything." Because he was like, "Look, we have to balance our tariffs." But it was really a trick because he wanted to see, who leaped first. He wanted to see who leapfrogged first. So he was like, the bitch ass country is going to show their ass when I say we're raising the tariffs on everybody. The country who's the PAB, punk ass bitches, they're going to try to raise their tariffs back on us. Whoever that country is, they're going to show their ass, right? Because every country need us. So the country who is robbing us the most is going to try to raise the tariff. So sure enough, it was China, right? China, as soon as Trump hit everybody with the tariffs, China put out they little 34% tariff or whatever. And then Trump went to 85, went to 85%. Then they went up there, and then Trump went to 145. So then China went to 125. But so they pulled that back. So they pulled that back and gave Trump, so America from China now only has a 10% tariff for goods that go into China. And Trump still has a 30% tariff on China, which is what he wanted to hold all along. So everybody keep acting like he was trying to work this some type of magical trade deal with all this and that. He's trying to get trade coming back and all that. Yo, Roger Ragland, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for the cash app. So he was talking this whole tariff philosophy, and McKinley, we need to, McKinley was one of the greatest presidents because he had tariffs and all. He was just building up this whole tariff platform bullshit, right? To make everybody think that's what he was about. But he really just wanted to balance the trade deficits. China has $1 trillion trade deficit, meaning they export $1 trillion worth more goods to America than America ships to China. They're not really open. China's not really open to America goods. They're like, America ships like very few things to China, mostly services and entertainment. That's what China gets from America is entertainment. Disneyland and movies and all the rest of that shit. They get sneakers too, because they want, they love Kobe. They love basketball, right? So they let the sneakers in there and all that type of stuff. But for the most part, So he got them to say, all right, for any goods that you export to us, we're going to put a 30% tariff on all them goods. Plus, they already had a 25% tariff that Trump instituted his first time in the office on like steel and other goods right there. And Biden didn't take those tariffs off. So China still got a 25% tariff on a bunch of the other stuff. Then Trump added a 30% tariff on the rest of the shit. So he basically got like a 55% tariff going on China right now. And China only has a 10% tariff on America. Trump is, that is the definition of dealing right there. That is the very definition of going and making a deal. So everybody want to act like Trump got did. No, Trump has 50% tariff or 55% tariff on China when China only has a 10% tariff on America. Sounds like a good deal to me. Then the main thing he did with China is he got China to open up their market 100%. That was the real deal. Remember, I was talking about the trade deficit. China exports $1 trillion more worth of goods to America than America ships to China. Trump's like, fuck that. If we're going to make a deal, you need to open up China. Period. And you got to stop the fentanyl. So they agreed to stop the fentanyl. Then he said, no, you got to open up China. Well, how much? 100%. He told him 100%. You need to open up China 100% to America. Not 1% less, fool. And China was like, got it. China's falling over there. If y'all haven't seen what's going on in China, it's a bunch of protests over there. They talking about hanging Xi Jinping. I mean, it's Tiananmen Square 2.0 over there. These niggas going crazy. See, Xi Jinping thought, oh, our old Chinese, where we have that resolved. He was going back to the old China motherfuckers who was able to withstand famine and all the rest of that shit. Nigga, these new Chinese motherfuckers got yachts. They got electric scooters and they got all kind of shit. They got robots in their house and shit. These ain't the Chinese motherfuckers from before who gonna withstand a whole goddamn year to 2 years of fucking, because they lowered their money to $300 a month. They was only getting $350 a month. That's what everybody, because they shut down the factories. So instead of just shutting down the factories, they put them on hiatus or what they call hibernation, and they were paying the workers $350 a month. Not a week, a month. First of all, if you don't, $350 fucking dollars. What? I don't need to leave the house for $350. But that's what they were paying. So the Chinese people were going crazy over there. China had to make a deal. They had to. And so Trump knew that. And Trump was like, you gonna open up to America? I didn't hear you, Xi Jinping. I didn't hear you, my Chinese, my Chinese. And Xi Jinping was like, he had to do it. He had to bend the knee and open up. So that's crazy for America. That means all the goods, manufacturing that America has, they can now start shipping that stuff over to China. Which China needed to do that anyway because they were imbalanced, which is why they were fucked. You just can't be, they wanted to take over the world by being the world's exporters. And everybody had to rely on China. But the problem with that is if the the people that you're shipping to still have other ways to get goods and they still have a bunch of money and they still have a booming economy and they say, you know what? We ain't fucking with you no more. You fucked. If mostly 90% of your exports go to one country, when that one country tell you the EAD, you are fucked. So China started to understand that now too. So they're trying to work deals on the back end with everybody else, but Trump got him. Trump got him. Like I said, the Democrats went crazy. They done lost their damn mind. Or not, they're trying to spin it because they hate they hate when Trump win. But Trump was winning like a motherfucker right there. So the reason that China wasn't, so basically China and Trump came to a deal the first time, what I was talking about, after Trump put the first tariffs on in the first administration, they came to a deal. And that was to stop fentanyl and all the rest of this type of stuff. And China was supposed to do that. Then Biden, he got in office and he said, China was like, so when they had the meeting last week, they asked him why weren't they following through with the provisions of the first deal? And basically they said, Biden didn't make us. That's literally what they said. Like we didn't comply with the first provisions of the deal, the first stipulations of the deal, because Biden was retarded. Biden was a goddamn corpse sitting in the goddamn White House, and we know that. And so we just said EAD for 4 straight years because we know Biden wasn't going to do any goddamn thing. He couldn't do anything. Biden wasn't running the administration. And y'all just heard what the tape that came out yesterday when the DOJ interviewed him for putting those damn classified papers in his garage. And did you hear the interview that came out? Because remember they said they couldn't charge him because he didn't think the jury was going to be too sympathetic because he was such an old motherfucker with dementia that he wasn't going to be able to get through a jury all the way. So he's like, there's no need to prosecute him because we can never get a conviction because this motherfucker's. That's what the dude said. The dude who investigated him. So they pulled out the tape because the Democrats didn't want to release the tape. So now that Trump is in charge of the DOJ, they released the tape yesterday. And this nigga was crazy. Biden should not have been president. Somebody need to go to jail. All them motherfuckers need to go to jail. This nigga couldn't remember shit. He sounded like a motherfucker who has had dementia for 20 years. I mean, he couldn't remember his son's names when they died. This nigga was great. I mean, goddamn. Who the hell was running the country? It wasn't him. For sure. He couldn't remember shit. If you sit up there and listen to this nigga talk, he couldn't remember if he liked Cheerios or Captain Crunch. He couldn't remember that. Cheerios or Captain Crunch. I do like Cheerios, but Captain Crunch. I grew up with Captain Crunch. But Cheerios. This motherfucker, I don't really recall which one I like the most. Like, this nigga was retarded in that damn meeting, in that interview. And I mean the true definition of retarded and the hood definition. I mean both definitions of retarded. So China was like, that nigga run the country? We just gonna be over here doing what the fuck we do, okay, my nigga? We holler at us if somebody competent was it Compass Mentis gets in office. We'll be over here stealing and fucking off America. Deuces. That's what they did. They saw that nigga was drooling at the mouth and shit. Every time he did a speech and shit, this nigga, that nigga, oh excuse me. Yeah, and NATO, we gotta get NATO guys, we gotta get NATO right. Like this motherfucker kept saying NATO. If you go look at those damn those interviews that he did when he was president, this nigga said NATO 8,000 times. Like nigga, shut the fuck up about NATO. That's all he was talking about. And China was like, NATO. Yeah, NATO. Yeah, NATO. Go after NATO. Y'all remember do y'all remember when what was that, Bernie Mac? What was that damn movie? I think he was running for president or something. And and he was on the TV show and they asked Bernie Mac what was his they said what he thought about NATO. He said, I don't know. He said, I don't know the NATO. And he said, you're gonna be president and you don't know about the the North, what is it? The National something Alliance for Trump, something, whatever NATO stands for. He spelled it out and shit. And then he said, oh no, I thought you was talking about NATO Jones. he said, come on. He said, sir, NATO, you're running for president. You need to know. He said, I don't know NATO. He said, you don't know NATO. Do you know NATO? Do you know NATO Jones? Huh? Do you know NATO Jones? No? Okay, well, you don't know NATO. You don't know NATO Jones? I don't know. And so he acted like NATO was a mother. That shit was funny as hell. Please go look at that Bernie Mac. He said, nigga, you don't know NATO Jones? Well, you don't know NATO? I don't know NATO. Shout out to Bernie Mac. That nigga was hilarious. Bernie! So China was like, nigga, we ain't not keeping up nothing. Fuck that deal. What do you say it's now? Oh, yeah, North American Trade Organization. That ain't what NATO stand for. I think it's the North Atlantic. I think it's North Atlantic or something like that. It's not North American. It's for foreign. NATO is for Europe. Somebody put North Atlantic. So, shout out to Trump for getting that done. And then the stock market went crazy. Goddamn. If you had money, if you bought money, I bought some Tesla right before that. Boo! Hey, baby! I bought Tesla right before that. I wish I would have bought some of the S&P right before that. I only bought Tesla. Thank you. Thank you, Trump and Trump. I bought Tesla right before that, baby. Made me a quick little nice tip. Thank you, Trump. So moving along, still in political news, Trump and Netanyahu, the beef is starting to look extra Cajun. That beef is getting cooked. It's starting to look extra Cajun. A little crispy over there. Goddamn, a little crispy. I can't really. You know, when you get that extra Cajun, you can't bite into that shit. It make the meal look good. But you can't really bite into that shit because they done burnt half your damn food. I hate when motherfuckers do that shit. When they call it Cajun, they just really burnt half your damn meal. That's Cajun. You don't know about Cajun? That's Cajun, my nigga. Come on, man. I thought you knew about food, my nigga. That's Cajun. What you talking about? That part right there? that part right, you take a picture of that part. You don't eat that part. That's Cajun. You take a picture of that, put that on Instagram, and you say, I'm eating Cajun food, and you leave that to the side. And you eat the rest of that. But no, you don't get to eat that. Like, nigga, I paid for the whole goddamn thing. Like, nigga, Cajun. So they beef is starting to look a little, little Cajun-y up in here because Trump thinking about announcing that U.S.'s recognition of Palestine as a state. Trump is thinking about recognizing Palestine, U.S. recognizing Palestine as a state. That is going to fuck up everything for New Khazaria. That is going to, Trump is like, yeah, we're talking about it. Like, oh, snap, baby. Oh, snap. man, he not talking to Netanyahu no more. He cut off contact with Netanyahu, bitch. Oh, snap. Netanyahu, bitch, over there panicking. Netanyahu, bitch, is over there panicking his ass off. He like, they're going to announce as a state. Because for everybody who doesn't know, if he announces Palestine as a state, they can't take it over. If U.S. recognizes Palestine as a state, then New Khazaria can't invade it and take it over. That means it goes back to the Palestinians. So Netanyahu bitch is like, no! He's screaming his ass off, fuck! But this is the time of karma. His karma is coming back in his ass right now. We are in the time of, what is it, that high-speed rail that they got, what they call it? The speed rail karma. Bullet train karma. That's what they call it, the bullet train. We got bullet train karma right now. After the Great Conjunction happened in 2020, and we're in the new air age, where information and everything travels so damn fast. Right now, that nigga, he has bullet train karma coming back up his ass right now. And the universe is not going to let him escape it. And he trying, though. That nigga is trying his ass off. He is trying to escape it. So, then Trump, you know, as far as them recognizing Palestine as a state, then he had unilateral talks with Hamas to release the last remaining American hostage. So there was only one hostage left, right? And Netanyahu bitch wouldn't negotiate, because remember when Trump got into office, they had a ceasefire, and then they had a 3-phase ceasefire deal, right? Released the hostages, and they released like 20-something hostages in the first phase. And then Netanyahu and them was supposed to let food in and shit. And so then he didn't do that after the first phase. And so he started fucking up, because he knows he doesn't want a peace deal. He wants to take over Gaza. So the last remaining hostage, because they were going to release more hostages if Netanyahu bitch gave him, you know, aid. He would let the aid in. So those last hostages, one of those was an American citizen. Netanyahu bitch did not want that citizen released because he's holding it as leverage over America. That's really the only interest America would have in that war, other than AIPAC and the New Khazarian mafia buying off all the politicians. But the only actual interest that America has over there in that conflict would have been the American hostage, the American New Khazarian hostage. Because let's be real, first off, this nigga was American hostage, but he flew from America over to Israel to go fight in the war when he saw October 7th. Now, he could have just been duped like everybody else was. So can't necessarily hold that against him. He probably thought that they were attacked and he went over there to fight. But Netanyahu bitch was using that over America as leverage, because he needs America to stay as his backer, as the Debo behind him. Remember, he can only do what he's doing if America, the Debo, stays behind him. What you got on my war, punk? None. He start patting you down. What you got on my war, punk? None. That's how Debo do it. And so Debo is like, nigga, it's getting, you know what I'm saying, nigga, the game coming on, my nigga. Star Wars coming on, cuz. So Debo about to go home and watch Darth Vader on Star Wars, and leaving Netanyahu bitch all in the dust. And he don't know what to do. So now what that signifies is that he was supposed to have the talks with Israel involved, or New Khazaria involved. He had to talk unilaterally with no New Khazaria, which basically indicates we not fucking with y'all no more. We see that you trying to prolong the war, and we not fucking with that no more. We're not doing that. We not doing that no more, Netanyahu bitch. So Netanyahu was mad. He tried to call up Trump. Trump didn't take the call. Nope. Nigga tried to nope. Nope. Fuck that nigga. He said hell to the no. Then he made a peace deal with Yemen. Remember, he was bombing Yemen, and he was bombing Yemen for New Khazaria. Remember, I was calling him a ball gargler for bombing Yemen, the poorest country in the goddamn world. But then somebody hit him up and said, yo, Netanyahu bitch is manipulating you, cuz. He putting people in your cabinet. Once he found out that Netanyahu bitch was manipulating him by putting people in his cabinet, he was like, fuck that nigga, cuz. He straight up from the mountain. They got a bullhorn. Fuck that bitch ass nigga. And so he started doing everything adverse. Alpha male. Worst thing an alpha male can think you doing is trying to manipulate him. If an alpha male think you trying to manipulate him, oh, that's your ass. That is not popping. So that was the worst thing that y'all bitch did, is try to overstack Trump's cabinet with all of his cronies, all of his spies. And Trump was like, fuck that. Well, you. And I'm out of here. So he stopped bombing Yemen. Like I told you, I said that last week. He stopped bombing Yemen. And they was like, we won't bomb. And he stopped bombing Yemen because Yemen promised to stop bombing America. But then they were like, can we still bomb Israel? He was like, I don't give a shit. So when this nigga said, yeah, keep bombing Israel, hey, nigga, Trump is pissed. He told them niggas to keep bombing New Khazaria. I don't give a fuck. He didn't tell them to do it. He just said, I don't give a shit. Hey, fine with us, baby. Fine with us, Trump. So, then he's lifting sanctions on Iran and Syria. This nigga went crazy. So he flew over to the Middle East. Hold on a second. So he just came back from the Middle East, smashing over there with all the Islamic brothers, and they pulled out the pageant for him. He bought that nigga a mobile McDonald's and shit. Crazy. Nigga bring you a mobile McDonald's. He didn't eat none of it, but shit was hilarious. That's the only nigga they let walk inside the whole damn palace with his shoes on. Everybody else in there got sandals or shoes off. This nigga Trump walking in there with his shoes on and everything. They ain't give a fuck. Because Trump went over there not only to not only to initiate peace over there with a bunch of those countries, he went and got like $1 trillion, like over $1 trillion. I think it's like 1.4 at this point. $1.4 trillion invested into America. This nigga crazy. He went over there and got 1.4 trillion invested in America. That's like hundreds of thousands of jobs, along with Apple and NVIDIA and all the rest of these goddamn people. Not NVIDIA, but the chip company that's supposed to be building shit. And Toyota, all these damn car companies he got built. I mean, this nigga has bought crazy business back to America. Crazy. Nope, you don't hear none of that shit. You don't hear none of that shit on the news. He says all those transactions will be over blockchain or crypto. I don't know. But he is killing. No, Apple wasn't there. ChatGPT was there. Elon was there. OpenAI, they was there. All these cats. He got $200 billion Boeing deal, which is going to be, what they say, that's like 20,000 jobs or some shit. He got $200 billion invested in Boeing. So this nigga over there killing it right now. Nobody. Then he told them at the speech, he said, look here, players and pimps, my Muslim players and pimps. He was like, we need this globalist bullshit about these neocons telling you that we need to invade your country and set up a democracy in your country because we know your country, we know you better than you know yourself and all this and that. But that shit is over, my nigga. Shit is over. So in case y'all don't know, the neocons were a group that was created by the New Khazarians in order to take over the Middle East. through subversive wars. And they were supposed to take out Lebanon. They were supposed to take out Palestine, Syria, and Iran, the main ones. New Khazaria controls Egypt, so they weren't a problem. But they were supposed to take out all these damn countries. That's neocons, okay? And the plan for this is called Project for the New American Century. It came out a long time ago. You should still be able to find it online. Had that shit like, got it in my cabinet. Got it like 20-something years ago. They weren't shy about it. they put that shit on. They put that shit online and told everybody. Project for the New American Century. Neocons. War. Constant war taking over the Middle East or taking over those regions over there. Why were they doing that? Because it was for New Khazaria again. New Khazaria came up with that shit. And so now they're trying to say neocon is a slur, is an anti-Semitic slur now. These motherfuckers, you can't make this shit up with these motherfuckers. Now if you call somebody a neocon, it's an anti-Semitic slur towards them now. What kind of shit is this, man? So Trump went over there and told them, we're not doing that no more. We're not doing that. We just gonna trade. Y'all had to, he says, God is the judge, not me, not our country. We don't judge you. Because America can't judge nobody. As much fucked up shit as America do and has done. Are you fucking kidding? You gonna try to be some moral motherfuckers? What is that? What is that? That Dresden bombing? Have y'all ever looked that shit up? Dresden? Go look that shit up. America killed like 1 million motherfucking people. Allegedly. But the Dresden bombing, don't look that shit up, man. I think that was from Cambodia. Killed like 1 million people. And you gonna have the word, you gonna have the nerve to go over to someone and tell somebody how immoral they are, motherfucker? You full of shit. So Trump know this shit. He be like, look here, man. We don't got no standing to be telling anybody else how fucked up they are. We don't have no standing. So we ain't gonna do none of that. We just gonna deal. We gonna deal, trade. Yo, Leah, appreciate you. Thank you with your little chicken. With your little chicken. Thank you, girl. Appreciate you. Hooking me up every week. Everybody else also want to hit the Cash App. It's Real Nagas, the number 9. Make sure you support. That's the way I get in here. I don't have a super chat. I reapplied, but I didn't hear nothing. So, hey, I guess you don't see it. So I guess I didn't get in. But so again, to support, hit the Cash App. Real Nagas, the number 9. That is the way you support. Or go to realnagas.com. That's the best way to support. Get you one of these beautiful, remastered, republished Great Book of Melanin research books. And get the whole damn police stop game. That's the way you support. Hook you up for free. This is free, everybody. You pay for the books. All of this is free. Well, one of these books. And the cards and everything else is free, along with the decks of flashcards. I'm only going to do this for this week. I'm only holding this deal for this week. So if you don't get in this week, I'm not giving you no more flashcards. Well, you will get 2. But if you want the 5, get in this week. All right. That's till next Friday. All right. So Netanyahu bitch can EAD. And that's basically what Trump is telling them. You can EAD all day. Yo, who was that? Yo, ET6, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App. Thank you for the $10 Cash App, brother. Appreciate you, man. So, so it's also the fact that the reason that they're not doing this, remember the Hannibal Directive? Or I talked about the Hannibal Directive. So word came out that Netanyahu wanted that prisoner dead. It came out. It just came out that Netanyahu bitch wanted the American citizen that was released by Hamas. He wanted them dead. He wanted them dead so that America would be pissed and then stay involved in the goddamn war. So they were bombing where these niggas were. They were bombing where the hostages were. Again, called the Hannibal Directive. Something that they have where they'll kill their own citizens and people so that they don't fall into enemy hands and be used as negotiating tactics, which is crazy. They got to be evil as hell to kill your own people so that they don't get used as negotiating tactics against your country. Nigga, you are foul. He is the devil incarnate. Like, he is, damn. Yo, Nasheed, appreciate you, brother. He says, Cajun Swarmer land. Cajun Swarmer, baby. That's funny. Cajun Swarmer, baby. Appreciate you. So, that is hilarious. That's crazy right there. That Hannibal Directive, no one talks about that. No one's ever said anything about it other than like a few side, just like a few side people. A few side news organizations and stuff like that. They talk about it in Israel. The paper Haaretz, they're the one put it out. That's how we know. So in New Khazaria, they talking about him all day. They putting out the truth over there. Over here, where they bought off all the goddamn politicians and all the media and every damn thing, we don't hear shit. So the other thing that Netanyahu did is because he knows that his grasp on Palestine is leaving. He's losing his grasp on Palestine. So he launched strikes over there without the approval of Trump. He launched strikes over there. And he called in all the reserves. So he's like, oh shit, Trump is going to recognize Palestine as a state. That means we're going to lose the opportunity to take that bitch over. So right now, while Trump was in over there in the Middle East talking to the Muslims, telling them that he was going to work out a deal with Iran, which is what Netanyahu don't want. Netanyahu was like, oh, word? Okay. He bombed, and while he was in there talking, doing the speech, Netanyahu launched an attack on Gaza, killed like 20 people and shit, bunch of kids burnt up. And so Trump was like, all right, Trump can't come out and really say he, like, what he want to say on the surface. So he said he pissed him off. He says, yo, we're working real hard to get the deal. It shouldn't be doing this, blah, blah, blah. So he's saying some crazy stuff, but he didn't really come out and be like, fuck. like, Netanyahu, you better fucking chill out, bitch. All he got to do, though, is stop giving Netanyahu weapons. Now, if you really want to stop him, Trump, just stop giving the nigga weapons. But I don't think he can do that right now because the military industrial complex, the banks and all that, they're super powerful. And he can't necessarily get them against him right now. Not yet. Not till he get everything set up the way he want as far as legislation and shit. So he walking the tightrope right now. So moving along, Trump plans now to end the, hold on. Sorry. So Trump plans to end the temporary protection status for immigrants. So remember Biden, he gave a bunch of these people protection status when they flew him over here. He flew in like 530,000 and then gave them protection status. Then he also flew over a bunch of Haitians, gave them protection status, all that type of stuff. Through that app. That CBP1 app or whatever the hell it was. They were just able to sign up for protection status. He gave it to them over the app, and then they just came through the gate and got their little papers or whatever and walked off. So Trump is like, nah, fuck that. You just can't subvert the immigration laws and just let a bunch of people in, and then I got to follow the law to get them out. Nah, fuck that. So he's revoking the status on all them cats. He's like, nope, they don't get the illegal immigrant status. So it goes back. Daddy Bush started it in the 90s, and the Democrats they've used it to gain control over the voting bloc. So, meaning bringing the immigrants in, letting all the immigrants in under this status, and then they know the illegal immigrants are going, or the immigrants that's supposed to be illegal, that they've given their legal status to, they're gonna vote Democrat. They're gonna vote Democrat for the rest of their damn life. So that was a way to take over the government. So he's like, nah, we got to ship all these bitches out. Now, if they was Republican, he wouldn't be shipping them out. I promise you that shit. But because he know they're gonna vote Democrat, he like, yo, we got to get these bitches out of here. And so again, it was giving temporary protected status to anyone who asked without vetting. Like no one, they didn't vet anybody for that status. So he's kicking them all out. However, see, when Trump do one thing on one side, he may be ball gargling on the other side. So, however, he's about to give asylum status. Remember, he's taking away everybody else's asylum status. All the other melanated people, asylum status. But he's about to give asylum status to a bunch of Africans, these South Africans, the white South Africans. Did y'all hear about that? So he's about to give asylum status to those white South Africans and then take the status away from all the other people who were in there. Now, he claims that there's a genocide going on in South Africa. He said there's a genocide going on in South Africa. And the Africans, that's the white people, right? The Caucasians with the K in the middle, the Afrikaans. Those Caucasians that are descended from the Dutch and all the people who went over there and raided and stole South Africa, they're being genocided against. Says it's a genocide. Now, it's just crazy, rampant crime in South Africa. A whole bunch of people being killed and robbed. But the Afrikaans, the Caucasians, the white ones, no, they're being genocided against. Like, wait a minute, how you figure that shit? Because you the minority and you getting killed and y'all, it's not a lot of y'all? And so you equate that because it's not a lot of you over here. That means because you in somebody else's fucking country. But because it's not a lot of y'all over here and y'all are getting taken out, you believe the numbers state that it's a genocide because it's not many of you. So the ones that do get taken out, it's a big portion of your population. No, you don't get to call it a damn genocide. That means taking out a race. If they're killing you, if they're killing black people and everybody else, it's just violence. Violence is not genocide. But you can't tell them niggas that. So, like I said, Trump is giving the status to them. Now, why did he do that? Now he said and then he got on the podium. He says it's terrible what's going on over there. They're killing the people. It's a bunch of terrible things. He said they're killing the white farmers. And he said, now I don't care that they're white, but I don't care that they're white, but like why did you say it then? If you don't care that they're white, why did you put white in front of it? Curtis Neal, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App, $10 Cash App, Curtis Neal. Why you put white in front of it? Why couldn't you just say farmers? And then if it's just the violence that's being handed over there, how come it's other melanated people getting killed too? Can they get asylum status from South Africa? Or is it just the white people? So he had to call it a genocide so he can only let in one race, see? Because if you say I'm just letting in people who need asylum from South Africa, he gotta let in the niggas too who are being killed. But because he say if I call it a genocide, then I only have to let in one race. See how that work? The legalese of it? Genocide, one race. If I say it's just persecution and they're being killed, then I gotta let in everybody. Now, what's the reason that they doing that over there? Or it's a lot of reasons, because a lot of them broke and all that type of shit. But they keep talking about these people have been over there for 400 years. They've been over there for 400 years. Now, you want to think about, all right, they've been over there for 300 and something years to be exact. When their ancestors went over there and tried to steal the land. See how they keep leaving that part out? Your ancestors went over there and stole the land and created apartheid and moved all the niggas into one side and tried to take all the goddamn land. Melanated people, Africans, make up over 80% of the population, but own 4% of the land. Now make that make sense. Over 80% of the population is melanated Africans, but they only own 4% of the land. The Afrikaans, the Caucasian Afrikaans, those motherfuckers make up 7% of the population. Only 7% of the population. And they own 78% of the land. You are ignorant. You are ignorant about South Africa. Am I ignorant? Is that Africa? Were white people born in Africa? Dumb shit. Because I don't, the last time I checked, white people weren't born in Africa. You weren't there. You were in Europe, in the cold ass mountains, freezing your ass off in a cave. Then you came down and was like, God damn, it's kind of warm over there. Can we go over there with y'all? I'm ignorant about South Africa. Fuck out of here. Everybody knows what happened in South Africa, dipshit. Everybody know about Mandela and fucking, what's homeboy that Denzel played? What's the dude that Denzel played when Cry Freedom? Anybody remember that? That movie Cry Freedom from Denzel? What was that? Who did he play in Cry Freedom? That nigga, the African nigga who was locked up. Who was it? Biko. Yeah, Stephen Biko. No, it wasn't Mandela. It was Stephen Biko. That's right. Man, so we know what happened over fucking Africa, motherfucker. In South Africa. Don't sit up trying to tell us what the fuck happened in South Africa. We know that you motherfuckers was killing the fuck out of Africans, moving them off the land and all of that shit. And I ain't saying you motherfuckers. I'm talking about the Caucasian Africans who live over there. Because we know all Caucasian people ain't like that. But the Caucasian African motherfuckers over there, now, apartheid has been gone for 30 years. Apartheid has been gone for over 30 years. 94, I think, is when it ended. So this is the thing. This is the thing that they keep saying, that we're not the ones who committed those atrocities. Okay, that may be true. Now, again, they only let in about 50 South Africans. Let me just be clear. They didn't let in a bunch of South Africans. They let in 50 South Africans. Only 50. So it ain't like they let in a bunch of motherfuckers. But this was a gift or a favor to Elon. This was a favor to Elon. You let in 50 South African farmers. That's a favor to Elon. Elon told them they're gonna, they speak English already. They're farmers. They have a skill set already. Blah blah blah. They'll make a good addition to America. So Elon, he's letting them in for Elon. This is strictly hooking up Elon. Period. Now, the fact that Trump is pro-white, he's pro-Caucasian, just like everybody else is pro their race. So you can't fault somebody for being pro themselves. A lot of people like to fault white people for being pro-white because white people are in power. But you can't fault people for being pro their own thing. So now what the Afrikaans should have done, again, what they believe is they can just commit. This is what a lot of Caucasian people believe. We could commit all these atrocities against you and then say sorry. And then that just alleviates all the energy that was created by our atrocities. Like, that energy just dissipates, just goes nowhere. It just vanishes. When energy is not created nor destroyed, it just transfers. So if you put that energy out there like that all that energy was put into that land over there, and you did nothing to dispel that energy, meaning you didn't make deals with the people over there. The Afrikaners should have made deals and gave a lot of those, at least minimum 50% of the land back to the people, which would then take a lot of that karmic energy down, because you're initiating the karmic energy yourself. Remember, energy out, energy in, or energy out and energy in. So boom, in order to wait for that karmic backlash, I'm going to initiate the karmic. I know we received this and we're not the indigenous people who cultivated this land. So what I'm going to do is create some type of partnership deal with the people of the land so that we can all share the land. Since our ancestors stole it from you unfairly, then we need to create some type of land grants, whatever, land deal. And that would have dispelled the karma. But no, you didn't do that. You kept on with the land. 80% of the land you kept, and only 7% of you motherfuckers over there, and you didn't think that was going to create some type of animosity, especially with all the shit that you had, the Africans had done in the past. They just supposed to forget about that shit? Sorry, guys. Sorry. We're good? We're good? We're good, right? We're good, right? No, we're not good? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. like, no, motherfucker, we're not good. Because you said sorry. Caucasian people, you have got to stop acting like you can just do whatever the fuck you want to anybody else, and then all you have to do is say sorry, and people are just supposed to forget about that shit. They got that shit good. It's like the Carmelo Anthony shit. They really keep believing that you ain't supposed to stab nobody for somebody pushing you. That's bullshit. If my life feel threatened, I'm gonna stab your ass up. You gonna get stabbed up, nigga. If I feel that you threatening my life, or not even threatening my life, just endangering my safety, nigga. You way bigger than me. If I feel like I may not be able to handle you hand to hand, I'm gonna need some extra assistance because you are picking on me. I'm not picking on you. You picking on me. So Caucasian people, keep your fucking hands to yourself. That's the real deal. You always want to be fucking going out and touching people and act like you're not supposed to get touched back. Or when you touch people, don't hit me back hard, okay? No, motherfucker, don't touch me at all. Or you can't tell me how to hit you back. Nigga, that's nothing you can dictate. So, the African people. Now, again, I feel bad for them too. Let's just get it straight because most of these people just kids. And the older people, they were only like in their teens when apartheid ended. So they weren't the initiators or they didn't participate in it. Like the older farmers, they were in their teens or like 20 years old when apartheid ended. So they didn't really live and initiate the apartheid. Maybe they had some of it when they were kids, but they're not really the initiators of it. So I don't necessarily have a problem with people getting asylum, but how are you going to take asylum away from the Haitians? See, this is the bullshit. The Haitians are really being destroyed over there in Haiti. That's a real goddamn situation going over there. Volatile situation going over there. Somewhere to run from. Something to run from. And so there, and again, not to mention the fact that America has tried to destabilize Haiti over 5 times since in the last 100 years, tried to destabilize their government. So America owes asylum to the Haitians because you the one that fucked up their country. So I want to hear that shit about Haitians. You fucked up their country. If you didn't fuck it up, they would have a nice country. Maybe. We don't know if they would have fucked it up themselves, but we do know for a fact that America fucked it up. So get your ass out of there, America, and let's see if they can handle it on their own. But that didn't happen. So we're gonna take the Haitian shit away and give it to the Afrikaans. So niggas is highly upset about this one, boy. Niggas is highly upset about this one. I don't know if they should be mad because they tripping on the white Africans. Africans didn't do nothing. If they need asylum, then they should get asylum. Just like anybody else who applies the right way to get asylum. If you apply the right way to get asylum. Now, again, this is not necessarily the right way. He's doing it for Elon. This is a favor to Elon, period. His people. It's a favor to Elon's people. So, and you know one thing Trump does, Trump pays off his debts. He keeps deals. Trump is a deal maker and he keeps the deal. That's just how it goes. So this was for Elon. This wasn't necessarily, I don't believe, because they was white and all that type of stuff. This is literally just a deal for Elon. That's it. And everybody getting all on him and all that shit because he said white. They're white. This all. It's just Elon. So, hey, bring the Haitians back. If you kick the Haitians out, or don't kick the Haitians out, I should say. If they're still here, don't kick them out. If you kicked them out, you better bring them back, Trump, because you're full of shit on that. So moving along. Hold on. So Trump signs an executive order to slash prescription drugs by an average of 60 to 80%. Oh, now not that I don't take prescription drugs. However, there are a lot of people out there that are doing this, that are taking prescription drugs and getting their lives ruined because they got to take a damn pill that costs $50,000 and shit like that. Like, the drugs over here is crazy. It is crazy what they charge for the prescription drugs over here, as opposed to what they charge the rest of the world. Now, Trump dropped the game on that. Trump dropped the game on that. So, who the hell's... Y'all ain't talking some stupid shit. So, Trump bought out the game. He got on the podium. He said his fat homeboy called him from London, taking the fat shot. And he told him it wasn't working. Nigga Trump called him up. He said, I'm over here taking the fat shot. He said, I said it ain't working. So Trump funny as shit. But he said, why am I paying $88 over here for this over here? And in America, it costs $1,300. And Trump was like, I don't know. So Trump looked into it and found out that the drug company, because he called the dude up. He called up one of the pharmaceutical heads. He said, and he told him, he says, yo, why are they paying like 500, 700% more over here than they paying over in Europe for the same damn drug, the same exact thing? And the dude, Trump said the dude's like, you got me. That's all he can say. Yo, Broderick Enoch, appreciate you, brother. He says, registered with You registered with KYRF, did you? Are you sure, Broderick? Hey, man, please hit up today. We'll hit you back today, man. Go sign the thing out today. Make sure that Tish hits you back later on today. She's very good about that usually. Everybody who comes through, but we'll see what happens. Maybe the email got lost or something. So just hit us back today. Appreciate you, bro. But what was I saying? Oh, so 80%. So he told the dude about it, and the dude was like, you got me. The head of the pharmaceutical company, he was like, he was like, nigga, you can't explain why you charging us 400, 500, 600, 700% more, nigga. He was like, Trump was like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? So, so what happened, what he told him was, or what the deal is, and this is how messed up this deal is, these pharmaceutical companies, they get a grant from the NIH, right? They get a grant from the NIH to develop these prescription drugs. Research, development, all of that. Excuse me. They get research and development grants from the NIH. So basically, you, American taxpayer, are paying for the research and development of these drugs. Then what they do is they go and sell them to Europe and the rest of the world at cost. Because they're not going to let them, the other countries, the EU and the UK and all, they're not letting those drugs in their country unless you sell it to them at cost. Because they have universal health care, right? So, like, nigga, we can't be paying you all this damn money. You got to let these drugs in here at cost, period. So we got universal health care, my nigga. You can't be charge us out the ass. So what they do is they subsidize the profits, the low cost that they do over in Europe and in the UK. They subsidize the low cost over there by charging Americans 500, 600, 700, 800%, sometimes 1,000% more. That's how they're getting paid. You're paying for the drug to develop it and make it, and they charging your ass 500 to 700, 800%. On top of what it costs to make it. That's crazy. That's highway robbery. If I was Trump, I'd have kicked every goddamn drug company out of America after I heard that shit. But he just signed the executive order, said, no, we ain't doing that. So his executive order is going to allow you to call the manufacturing company up personally and get the drug for manufacturing costs. Now, you shouldn't be taking drugs. You should be eating well, everybody. You should be, food should be your medicine. However, for these people who don't have any discipline and fattening the hell off and and in and out in the hell off and McDonald's and fucking rib tips and all the rest of that shit y'all niggas be eating. But if y'all doing that, you destroying your body with all that crap, then the prescription drugs that you be able to get, man, Trump is killing it with that. Now, this is something that the Democrats have been trying to get at forever. This is what they use every time they want to get reelected. We have to do away with healthcare. This is Bernie Sanders. Healthcare. We have to get healthcare down. We have to get healthcare. Like, shut your ass up. You ain't done nothing, Bernie, bitch. Prescription drugs. We have to get prescription drugs. Like, are you doing anything about that or just running your mouth about it? What are you doing to get prescription drugs down, Bernie? We gotta get them down. We gotta get prescription drugs. We gotta get like, nigga, what are you doing to get the prescription drugs down, Bernie? We gotta get them down. We gotta get them down. You've been saying that shit for fucking 50 years, bitch. Are you gonna do anything to get them down? No? Okay, well, Trump just signed an executive order to drop them by 80%. That's crazy. And they tried to scold, they tried to ask him, they tried to scold RFK about it on Congress. They tried to go after AFK or RFK about the shit too. Like, nigga, we're doing your job, but you promised that you was gonna do for years. We doing it. Now you got me on Capitol Hill trying to fucking investigate me? If you don't get your bitch ass out of here, Bernie, whole ass nigga. Bernie turned out to be the biggest disappointment. Well, I guess not. He is a Khazarian. So when he started actually making money, he started to zoe his Khazarian side. He wasn't making money before. When he was for the people, Bernie wasn't making money. He was on the outside of the temple. He was knocking on the door. Hey guys! Like, fuck, bitch ass Bernie out there trying to get in here again, nigga. God damn, man, we done told this bitch ass nigga to no, nigga, don't open the door. Get down. Hi, get on the floor. Don't say nothing. Nigga, they were treating Bernie like he was goddamn Jehovah's Witness every time he knocked on the door. Boop, boop. Hey, guys! Get down. Get it. Shut up, motherfucker. They was hiding from Bernie's bitch ass. Then all of a sudden, they said, look here, Bernie. Hillary's gonna be president, okay? That's how it's gonna go down. Hillary's gonna be president. We know that you have more votes. Yeah, we know. But we have this thing called super delegates now in the Democratic Party. Don't worry about it, Bernie. Don't stress your last little brain cells about it. You know, you're on the verge of dementia, so don't even think about it, Bernie. But we got these things called super delegates, right? And the super delegates, they're gonna choose the nominee, okay? We're not gonna let the people choose. We're not gonna do any of that. And fuck that shit. We're gonna choose. We can't leave something this important to the American people. Come on, Bernie. But Bernie, listen, you're not listening, Bernie. Hold on, Bernie. Let me get the whole deal out, Bernie. Hold on, man. So, for your part, Bernie, look at it. We're gonna let you in the temple, man. We're gonna let you in, okay? You've been knocking on the door for 50 years. We're gonna let you in. And you know what? We're gonna roll out the red carpet for you, buddy. Gonna put some rose petals on that shit for you. Come on in, man. I get to be a millionaire? A billionaire? No, Bernie. No, you're getting a little too crazy, Bernie. Maybe $1 million. We can give you a couple million. I could be a millionaire? So, okay. The billionaires, fuck the billionaires. Not the millionaires. This motherfucker became a millionaire, and this motherfucker forgot all about that shit. They let him in. He became a Jehovah's Witness after he got led to the temple. He started hiding and shit from everybody else. And now he done forgot. Because they rigged the goddamn election. He went along with it. If y'all remember, he went along with that shit. They came out and they rigged it. It came out, it was rigged. And Bernie didn't challenge the shit. Because why? They paid Bernie off. So, good luck to you, Burn, bitch ass motherfucker. Sold the American people out so he can get into the billionaires. Get in with the billionaires. Excuse me, the millionaires. He can get in with the millionaires. Bernie is full of shit. So moving along. Now, he gets more wins. You heard about the inflation numbers came out. The inflation numbers dropped. I mean, just a whole lot of wins going down. The gas went down. Eggs went down. like this nigga would just had a whole bunch of wins this week, and the Democratic motherfuckers is full of shit. They are pissed. A whole bunch of wins. It is crazy. Eggs went down to 20%. Like, he is killing it right now. So, hope he keeps on doing that. And if he keeps on crapping on Netanyahu, bitch, this could be a great presidency for that nigga. If he separates America from New Khazaria, finally, the hold that New Khazaria had on America, oh, nigga, this would be the best presidency of all time. If he does that shit. But we shall see. Moving along, so we have something called the new, this is what I like to call them. We got to talk about it, because this shit is getting crazy. The new Democratic Party. That's what I call them. They're not Democrats. They're Femocrats. Because it is completely, the Democratic Party has been completely taken over by feminists, fruitopians, transformers, and soy-infused niggas. Soy-infused males. They getting the IV of soy and shit. Like, niggas go to get a soy IV twice a week. This nigga's just like his motherfucking opium and shit. Oh, the soy. Oh, I love soy. Oh, God. This nigga's overdosing on soy and they fucking shit. You soy-infused niggas. Why do people talk about soy? Soy increases your estrogen in your body. That's why, so when they talk about men being soy-infused, it's because soy increases your estrogen. And women, you shouldn't eat a lot of soy. That's why you get breast cancer. Just so you know. Women, you should not eat soy. Or definitely a lot of it. Because that's, you already got a lot of estrogen production. So soy increases your estrogen production, which makes you get why you get breast cancer. So, allegedly, I gotta say that shit. Anyway, on YouTube and shit. So, now, this is bringing about a civil war. This is bringing about a civil war between the far left and the sort of middle left. Yo, Brandon Terry, appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the cash app. Everybody, thank you. You follow Brandon Terry. Just play it. Make sure you support, though. Appreciate you if you do. Real Nagas, the number 9 for the cash app. Again, Real Nagas, the number 9. Or go to realnagas.com. You should pick up some of this merch, this t-shirt. Got hundreds of t-shirts. Get the merch, the hard copy books, and you get the free police.law package. So, this shit is crazy. So there's a civil war between the capitalist Democrats, these are the old Democrats, and the socialist Democrats. See, this is that new party they were trying to introduce that took over Russia. I talked about that during the Bolshevik Revolution and all that. Talked about this a few times. I don't remember which live stream, but talked about this a few times, the Bolshevik Revolution, how they flipped it with something called the Socialist Democrats. Then over here, they call it Democratic Socialists. That's what Bernie and AOC is called. They call themselves Democratic Socialists. But in Russia, when they flipped it, they flipped the society over there. During the Bolshevik Revolution, it was Socialist Democrats. Same thing. Flipped the 2 words. So the Socialist Democratic people over here in America, that's those leftist, fruitopian, the super far left cats. I mean, those are the crazy motherfuckers. That's want men in sport, women's sports, and don't see there's a difference between men and women, and wants you to have to pronounce their pronouns, every goddamn thing. Just so much shit, right? Just so much bullshit. You got to change your whole life for them. The fuck are you talking about? I got to change everything that I know about the world because you just found out the way you think about the world is better than the way I think about the world. If you don't get your bitch ass out of here, if you don't get your bitch ass out of here with that damn philosophy. So, there's a fight going on. The Femocrats, in the Femocratic Party. There is a fight going on in the Femocratic Party because you're definitely feminine. So, they just recalled their DNC chairman, what's his name? David Hogg, I think his name. But this nigga is low testosterone. So this low testosterone nigga, though, he even said some good shit. He was on Bill Maher. He said they need to focus on getting more men into the party. But then they look at this motherfucker. Go look up this fool, the head of the DNC. Go look up the head of the DNC party. His name is David Hogg. And he was, the reason he got famous is because I think he was in one of the schools that got shot up. During when those things happened, when the school shootings happened, I think he was in one of the schools. So that's how he got famous. This little low testosterone pipe cleaner of a motherfucking, this motherfucker look like a pipe cleaner. I mean, he is, you would not look at this. First of all, you would look at him and probably think he was gay. Now, he say he ain't gay, but I don't believe that shit. I don't believe that shit at all. Like, nigga, stop playing, nigga. Stop it. But that's the head of the DNC. And this fool is trying to say we need to get more men into the party because it's more feminine. Nigga, look at yourself. You take your ass to the gym and do some and get on the damn bench and do some squats and you need to look at yourself first. Men don't want to follow an archetype that looks like that. They're not going to follow this, motherfucker. You do not look like the average actual man, the man with testosterone. Just average normal testosterone. Not even just like a super high level of testosterone. But just like average. You don't like looking at this boy. You ain't like, that ain't you, my nigga. Nah. And then the vice chair of the DNC, this needs some gay nigga with a predator hairdo. You see this nigga? Some gay dude, some gay brother with a predator hairdo. That's the vice chair. So the chair, the main dude, the chairman, is a soy-infused, low testosterone nigga. Motherfucker. Feminist nigga. And then the vice chair is a gay motherfucker who with a predator hairdo. Then the head of the White House journalist court, remember they do that White House correspondence dinner with the president and shit all the time? The head of that damn committee, he also a gay motherfucker with an afro look like a dirty Q-tip. And so then you got these two motherfuckers who are the head of the Democratic Party sitting at the table. These two gay motherfuckers talking about how we need to make the Democratic Party better. You think men is going to look at you two motherfuckers and say, oh, I got to join that shit right now. Goddamn, nigga, would sign me up, nigga, to the gay NC. We ain't going to call it DNC. We call it the gay NC. Can we sign me up to the gay NC? Where I sign? Nigga, you think motherfuckers are gonna do that shit? Hell no. They're not looking at these motherfuckers. I don't know how these white motherfuckers, these Caucasian people, let these motherfuckers get in control of the whole party. That's crazy. They were punked into it. They were guilted into it. Really. They signed a deal with the devil. They were guilted into caping for all of this damn alphabet soup utopian shit out the box. Now you're stuck with it. Now they've taken over the fucking party. And these Democratic motherfuckers don't know what to do. The capitalist Democrats, they don't know what to do. They're like, shit. Shut up. They telling they fighting between. Shut up. Won't you just shut up? Like, they are scrapping. This shit is crazy because they're all feminine. They just all arguing. It's all feminine energy. Now, again, there's higher and lower feminine. There's different scales, but this is the low feminine energy. This is the low vibrational feminine energy. It's arguing, yelling, trying to get shit by just yelling and crying and arguing about it. No solution. You did this to me. No. You can't say that. You can't do this. You can't do. What the fuck is going to get done with that? You ain't getting nothing done. You need to respect my pronoun. Don't say that to her. You can't disrespect her like that. I'm a black man. I'm a black woman. What the fuck is that going to do? That does absolutely nothing. You have not one solution. Not one. Not even a half of one. Not even a goddamn fraction of a solution. Your solution is getting on top of the goddamn podium and running your mouth. That's what Jasmine Crockett said when they asked her about solution. She said, I'm going to be honest. Our whole focus is going to just be pushing back against this administration. We're not really going to, I don't think we're going to do much legislation. Wait, what? Wait. You not going to do much? Didn't they elect your ass to get in there and do shit for the people? But you think the people want you to just argue with Trump all the goddamn time while you in office. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Conceptual Elixirs. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the cash app. Hit me with the 25. Appreciate you, brother. Go put that on some swamp. So she literally said that. We not going to do nothing but fight and push back against Trump. Now, she doesn't know. The reason y'all should pay attention to this is because she the leader of the party right now. Her and AOC, see, woman-led party. Even though Hakeem Jeffries is the speaker, the minority leader, those two ladies are running the party right now. Period. Feminine energy, chaotic feminine energy. Because both of them bitches is dumb. Let's be honest about that shit. Neither one of them motherfuckers say anything when they talking other than just arguing and yelling and complaining. That's all they do. AOC has been in fucking office for fucking 4 years, 5 years. She ain't got nothing done, ever. Nothing, not one goddamn thing. Jasmine Crockett, she ain't got shit done. Ask her what legislation she got passed or even looked at or wrote up. Nothing. Zero. These motherfuckers are in there doing shit. So the Democratic Party is on its way to hell. I'll tell you that right now. As long as they letting women like that, the feminist women run that shit, that party is done. Period. It's gone. The gay NC. This again is what they should call it. Not the DNC. That's the gay NC. So any man, sorry brothers, any man claiming that party. Any man claiming that party is getting cornholed at the crib. We need to cornholed at the crib. Put that at the hashtag. The Democratic man is getting cornholed at the crib. Because that's the only goddamn way you can be a part of that damn party right now. Is if you are a Democrat getting cornholed at the crib. So moving along. The Democrats. So moving along. Reparations versus restitution. So if you haven't heard, the Democrats, the women, this is all women, they put out another reparations bill yesterday. Because they ain't doing shit else, so they got to look like they doing something, right? So they got to dangle the reparations carrot in front of you. Because they know it ain't looking like they ain't doing shit right now. Literally nothing is getting done. All they doing is arguing for illegal immigrants, killers and rapists and all the rest of that. They arguing to get them brought back to America. These people are looking crazy right now. So they know they're looking crazy. Like, we haven't done anything. We need to get something done. Well, the dumbass niggas, every time we bring up reparations, they get on board with that. Pull the reparations card. Boom! Reparations Uno card. Pull it right on out. Draw 4. We need reparations, blah, blah, blah. All this and that shit again. All that bullshit, same old shit. Same old bullshit. Reparations. Then the Massachusetts governor, he just got a reparations bill put on his desk yesterday. I think it was yesterday, day before yesterday. And it was a bill to research slavery, the impact of slavery, so they can begin to bring about a path to reparations. That bill got to his desk yesterday, and it's a brother. The governor of Massachusetts is a brother. That brother said, nigga ripped that shit up into 8,000 pieces. He did not sign that shit. A brother now. Supposedly about reparations. He didn't sign that shit. Why didn't he sign that shit? Because he know it's going nowhere. And he needs to get reelected next year. And if he signs a bill to study for reparations, this nigga getting fired that day. And immediately, as soon as he signed that shit, they came and threw that nigga out the goddamn, out the governor's mansion that day. So he was like, hell no. So again, this reparations thing, we talked about this many times. I haven't talked about it in a while. So I can go over it again. But most people who've been over here, you know my stance on reparations. Fuck reparations. Let me tell you that right now. Know my stance on reparations is fuck reparations. Excuse me. And why? Because you guys got to do etymology. You guys got to learn, first of all, you got to learn the law. Reparations are unlawful. or illegal, according to the Constitution. They've already ruled on that. It's a law for one. I know you're like, well, Jews get laws made for them and the Asians get made for laws for them and blah, blah, blah. No, they come in as nationalities. They're coming and getting these laws made as nationalities. So you can't come as a black. Black is not a thing. Black is not a thing in law. Nowhere near it. You can't get special shit for a color. Now you guys come in, you made these groups up called ADOS. What the fuck happened to them niggas? I ain't seen them niggas in a long time. What happened to them niggas? What the fuck happened to ADOS? We used to go at it for a minute. What the fuck happened to them niggas? American descendant, what is that? American descendant slaves, some shit? Oh, found out that white people were also slaves and the first slaves of America. That shit fell to hell, huh? Yes, Caucasian people were the first slaves in America. But they called indentured servants, but that was just a title. They weren't really indentured servants. They were kept as slaves until these niggas died, most of them. So first slaves was Caucasians. So ADOS, that fell through the ground with that, because if you don't give money to American descendants of slaves, you got to start with the white folks. Then they made about FBA, Foundational Black American. Again, you got the word what? Black, which is not a real thing. In law, the word black means, black is a color. And the word color means the semblance without the substance. Again, I will say this again. The semblance, meaning it looks like it, without the substance, meaning it's not it. It doesn't have the real shit in it. It's fake. Color means fake in law. Go look it up. Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. So, just so you know, color of law, when you guys are spouting out color of law and all that shit, color of law only means fake law. It doesn't mean some type of law, body of law that police officers are working under. Color of law only means fake law. So back to color though. So FBA, they created that group, Foundational Black Americans. Now, that has a better chance of doing something because it's an actual group, even though it has black in it. It's an American group, and it's a specified group, right? Political group. Now, if you gain enough power, I should say, you can do something. But even that group, it's still unlawful to give benefits to one group of people. Now, most melanated people, or let me say this, because you understand the difference. Again, I do etymology. So word, you guys have to do words. Word play. If you haven't seen my word play playlist, go check out the word plays. But let me say it. So reparations. Now, the etymology of reparation means to return to one's own land, right? That's really what reparations means. So if you really want reparations, you would have to come back in your actual Aboriginal status and demand to be given your land back, right? As an Aboriginal. That's really what reparations mean. To repair. Do the etymology. However, let's just deal with the colloquial language, the context of it, right? Repair. If you have a car, if you take it in for repairs, you take your car to get repaired, right? If it's broken down, you got a flat tire, you got a busted fan belt or something like that. You take your car into the garage or the thing to get it repaired, right? However, if I take my car and you pay about a couple of $100 to a few $1,000, they fix it, whatever, you take it back home, boom, you good, right? But if I take my car to get restored, what is that doing to my car? Is it just fixing the fan belt? Is it fixing the tire? Fixing a broken light on the side? If I'm getting my car restored, what is that doing to my car? You say yes, restitution. These got some crazy cats up in here. So again, if I'm getting my car restored, what does it do? Back to thank you, Broderick Enoch. Back to the original state. Brand new. When you get something restored, you're making it like brand new. It's not an upgrade. No, restoration is not an upgrade. It's brand new. I'm restoring it to the way it was when it was first made. That's what a restoration is. So a repair is a minor fix on something. A restoration is a return to what it was at the beginning. This is where the reparations arguments fail. You're using the wrong argument. First of all, I don't believe in either one of those. I believe if you lost in history, then you were supposed to lose. that's the karma. That's the karma. If our ancestors, they made stupid decisions and they lost the land and all that shit in the past, that was supposed to happen in the universe. There are no accidents in the universe. If that happened, that was the energy and karmic energy that was made it happen. There was a bunch of energy in the universe that was put out by our people that allowed that to happen, whether they were inactive or active in their own downfall, whatever. But they had a active participation in their downfall. So when you lose something, you can't be going back and say, give me a mulligan. Let me take it back. No, you just got to figure out a new way ahead. Now, most melanated people, though, they act like the world's ancestors owned slaves. They act like the world ancestor white let me say that, or white people in the world. They believe that white people in the world, all of their ancestors own slaves. When the very few Caucasian people in the world own slaves. Now let's talk about the ones in America. There were more black slave owners than America, percentage-wise. Of blacks, there were over 30% of the freed melanated people in America owned slaves, while only 1.8 to 2% of the Caucasians own slaves. Free Caucasians own slaves. So when melanated people are asking for reparations, you're asking that from the people now over here in America, the Caucasian people. They're not descendants of those people, of the slave owners. Most of the Caucasian people in America are immigrants. They're descendants of immigrants. After slavery. Not before slavery. And that would be like 80 to 90% of the Caucasian people in America are descendants of people who came here after slavery. Shaniqua Dawson, appreciate you. She said, flex those guns. You funny. Appreciate you, girl. So when you're asking for somebody who didn't have anything in the downfall of your ancestry to give you something back, what the fuck is that? If somebody came and told you need to pay them some money for some shit that your ancestors didn't do, what would you tell them? EAD. You would tell them to kick rocks, EAD, call them a PAP. You would call them all kind of shit. If you don't get the fuck out of my face, I owe you what? Well, my ancestors wasn't here, nigga. What the fuck do I owe you? We don't owe you shit. I didn't do nothing to you. My ancestors didn't do nothing to you. Why the fuck do I need to give you money? There's no way you can explain that to an immigrant who had nothing to do with slavery. No way you can do that. But the government, though, so you're talking about the government. Now, go after the government. Why? There is a way, if you want to do it, though, there is a way to get it back. See, this is why you need to know the law. Reparations versus restitution. Restitution, again, to be restored to your former self, to the former glory of a thing, right? So, what can you be restored to? What was a time in history when you were mashing out that you can be restored to? After the Reconstruction. After the Reconstruction, melanated people in America were killing it. Why? Because we had all the skills. The melanated people, they had all the goddamn working skills. They were the slaves. They took that damn labor and went to their own communities and built up those communities. That's where you get the Black Wall Street and all that. But it was a bunch of Black Wall Streets. It wasn't just that one. You only hear about Tulsa because they got bombed. But there was a bunch of Black Wall Streets. Bunch of black banks being owned all over America. Bunch of black melanated cities flourishing. Bus companies, taxi companies. We had all that shit. All of that shit. You had major shit going on. And then the Caucasian people looked at that and was like, oh, oh shit, these niggas are mashing. In just a few years, they're going to surpass us in no time. We can't let that happen. We cannot let a people who we didn't even want into our society. We didn't even want these motherfuckers in our society. Now that we let these bitch ass niggas in, they about to pass us out? Fuck that shit. They said, fuck that shit, nigga. So they went about taking out the melanated infrastructure in that time. The banks, the schools, and all of that type of shit. So if you want really to be paid back, you need an itemized list of the things that melanated people lost in those times. Count up the banks, count up the schools, count up the cities that were flooded, the melanated cities that were flooded and completely wiped out. You need to go at the government with an itemized list of what was taken from you. This is how law works. When you say that you were tort, there was a tort against you, but you need to tell me what it was. You just can't be coming to me and be like, well, we built this country. We need to be paid back. Well, you need to show me that shit. You just can't come tell me we built this country. And I must be like, you know what? You show right. Because the fact of the matter is, a bunch of people built this country. A bunch of different races built the country. So you need to come show us what the fuck you lost. It's an itemized list of damages is what it's called. You need a list of damages that was done to you, and you need to go back to the government with that and says, we need restitution for bop, 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 bop. That's how you get paid. Not as black people, not as a color, race, and slaves and all the rest of that shit, but as descendants of the people who ran these communities and lost these communities. And you say, we are the descendants of the people who lost these communities that your ass took out, that the government took it, because government definitely had a part. They were backing the KKK and all them motherfuckers. The Democratic Party, let me say this, the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party was the motherfuckers who were backing the KKK and all that when they were doing all those atrocities to the melanated people. So again, reparations versus restitution. Reparations versus restitution. You can see this in a movie called Rosewood. You ever see Rosewood with Ving Rhames? That's a story of one of those melanated towns that was doing good that they wiped out over some slavery shit. That was a melanated town, one of them towns that was doing good, all melanated. They came and wiped them out because some white girl said that a nigga raped her. So shout out to Ving Rhames. He was hardcore in that damn. Ving Rhames was off the chain, bitch. Ving Rhames was a goddamn superhero in that movie. Shout out to Ving Rhames, baby. I think Don Cheadle was in that movie too. Wasn't Don Cheadle in that movie? I don't remember. Was Don? Wait, somebody put it in there. Was Don Cheadle in that movie? I don't remember. I think he was. I know Ving Rhames was in that bitch. He was? Patrick Gabriel? Okay, yep. All right, I thought I remembered Don Cheadle. So Rosewood was showing that. That movie Rosewood. So if you want to see about how they was smashing on us and what they took, go watch Rosewood. Now again, that's how you go back at them. Itemized list of damages. I'm trying to tell you, that's how you do it. It's called an itemized list of damages in the law. And if you want to get paid, you need to go with that. So look up all the stuff that melanated people lost after the Reconstruction. Why are you calling me during the live stream? Shit. What the hell, man? Sorry. Why the hell you want to call me during the live stream? You know I live stream on Saturday, every damn Saturday, but you want to call me during the live stream. Stop playing, bro. So, goddamn. So, again, people, restitution is the name of the game if you want to go back at that. Now, I think that takes way too much damn energy. You take all your damn time and energy trying to get back all this stuff when really reparations have been paid with opportunity. You guys have every opportunity in the universe to go and get whatever you want in America today. There's nothing holding you back other than the fact that you think somebody's holding you back. There's literally nothing stopping you from making $1 million a day. $1 billion, really? If you want to, if you got to go get it about you, you can do anything you want today. That's how America has freed up, allowed you all the opportunity in the world to do what you need to do. He says opportunity. Says you cussing them out. Opportunity. That's all you need. If you got the gangster in you, all you need is the opportunity. I don't need you to give me shit. Just oh, I can go do that? That's all I need. It's all on me. Oh, okay, got it. That's all you need to say. But most people don't have that discipline to take advantage of opportunities. That's the problem. You don't have the discipline to take advantage of opportunities, or the discipline to wait till an opportunity opens. Have discipline. Again, set aside some money. You know what real reparations would be for melanated people? It's not giving you money so that you can go hand it back to the Caucasian people. It's really the reason that you're not on the level playing field right now. Even though you have all of the opportunity in the world, you don't have the same education. Really, what reparations should be, or restitution, what I would ask for, as far as instead of getting all the stuff back, I would ask the government to set up financial literacy workshops and law literacy workshops in the different communities throughout the country. And you could do that because, remember, you can't get a special thing for one group. However, in these communities, they're diverse. There's Hispanic people, there's Black people, there's Asians in the communities. So you can get these workshops funded because they're not just for one group of people. See? The law wouldn't work, the discrimination law wouldn't work for that. You're not discriminating. Even though other people would be able to take advantage of it also, but you would also have the opportunity to take advantage of these financial literacy workshops. That's what really needs to go down. The reason you suffer is because you don't know anything about finance, how to save, how to invest, how to purchase property, how to do any of that shit. Most people don't know any of that shit. Or the law. You don't know the law that runs all of these things. And if you had just both of those pieces of education, you could take over America. Let me just tell you right now. That's why they don't teach you this shit. If melanated people, if you just had financial literacy and law literacy, you could take over America. That's what they're scared of. Is you learning the law and you learning finance. So if you're going to go about reparations, again, they own this reparations bullshit again, because they need to dangle the carrot in front of you. Got to dangle that carrot. So you're going to bite one of these days, they think. You're going to bite one of these days. So just restitution, people, not reparations. If you're going to go about it, I say just take all the godness you have in you and go mash on the system, the opportunities that are already there before you. Just go do that. Stop trying to waste your energy to get shit back that was taken, you know, in a way that was in harmony with universal law. You don't lose something. Again, anything that happens in the universe is supposed to happen. Anything that culminates is the energy, the harmony of the energy that was out there in the universe and is culminating in this thing right now. Nothing is of a mistake. You may have made a mistake by putting that energy out, but the repercussions of that energy is not a mistake. So the taking, STEM jobs, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. So STEM education. Set up a lot of STEM workshops, STEM classes in the communities. Financial education, financial workshops, law literacy workshops. These are the things that will lift you out of poverty. Education, knowledge. Instead of just sitting back crying all the damn time, whining. Again, that's a feminine thing. Males figure shit out. They solve the problem. So all you men sitting up on the goddamn podium always begging and crying, trying to get some goddamn reparations. No, nigga, figure it out. Go come up with a goddamn solution, a plan for your community. That's being the goddamn leader, if that's what you want to do. I say, again, yeah, rest in peace, Nip. R.I.P. to Nip. But again, I say go teach them how to take advantage of the opportunity that already exists. That's all you need. It's so many melanated people, so many people out here making money right now. It's insane. Like, it's so many ways to make money. Do you know people over in like Cambodia are making money on YouTube? You know how they make money on YouTube? They go and they record something like a Fox newscast, or they record any major newscast on regular TV here, like a Foxhole newscast, or what else do they record? Like anything that's on a news show. They'll record that whole news show and they'll put out the whole news show, take out the commercials with edits, repost that on their channel, and they get maybe, you know, a few like 80,000 views, 100,000 views, but they do this every day. Now, for those views, they're getting about maybe $100, $200, you know, $300 for those types of views, right? On that video, $100, $200, whatever. Sometimes if it gets like 1 million videos, you may be able to get $5,000, $10,000, right? But a constant stream of every video they're doing is $200, $300, $400 a day for every video they put out. Think about that. And now, if you in Cambodia, $100 to you is like fucking $10,000 in Cambodia. But if you were doing that every day, just putting out small little videos, they don't even make the videos. All they do, again, is record them from like Fox News, take out the edits, and then repost it on YouTube and get a bunch of views. Making money from the commercials, from the advertisements that go on that shit. So again, that's just creativity. Copy and paste. Yep. That's all they doing is copy and pasting and getting money. Fox News is making money for those videos. They take them, cut out the edits, edit a little bit, put a little something on it, so YouTube algorithm don't pick it up, then put it back on their channel and make money. They do this with sports, ESPN. They record the ESPN shows every day. Edit them, go back in. You can watch ESPN with no commercials. So again, I don't want to hear that you don't have the opportunity to make money today. You just ain't creative. Most people are lazy as shit. They'd rather just sit on the couch and have somebody bring their opportunity to them. It's there. You need to get off your ass and go get it. So, fuck reparations. I'm more about restitution, but I really don't believe that either. I believe go out and get your own shit. Go out and get new shit. I believe in the new, not old shit. Not looking back. Always look forward. Moving along. The fake FAGA bunch. I call them Marky March and the AGA bunch. And the AGA bunch. The F AGA bunch. Marky Mark and the F AGA bunch. The FAGA. But they are pushing Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin. Now, Trump, he ain't really dealing with it. He don't want to deal with this at all. But a bunch of his Republicans are pushing him to pardon Derek Chauvin because they said that he died of an overdose. And Derek Chauvin being in jail is a travesty of justice. Sure. Absolutely. Travesty of justice. We'll let Derek Chauvin out. We'll let him out immediately. As soon as any one of you motherfuckers saying this, he died of an overdose bullshit, allows us to anybody to stand on your neck for 10 minutes and prove that won't kill you. Until any one of y'all motherfuckers are willing to do that shit, you don't have a goddamn, you don't have shit to say. Until you're willing to let somebody stand on your neck for 10 minutes. Excuse me, 8 minutes and 49 seconds. you willing to do that? I don't hear shit else about Derek Chauvin and drugs killed him. They act like this motherfucker would have just been walking down the street that day and just fell and died. Because he was high on drugs. This nigga was just walking down the street, walking to the store. he just killed over and died. They're so full of shit. Not to mention that the police violated his constitutional rights when they first detained him. If you've seen the video, you probably wouldn't know that because you don't know the law, but they violated his constitutional rights when they first jacked him up. So not only did they kill him by standing on his neck for 10 minutes, they didn't even have a right to detain him. So all of this, he died of an overdose bullshit, and he was a criminal and all. They keep trying to go back to that like he was a criminal. He wasn't a criminal that day. And just like you, like they act like criminal is synonymous with assassin or killer or rapist. Or, nigga, no. Like that's synonymous with deserve to die. You deserve whatever the police do to you if you're a criminal. If you're a former criminal, if you committed any crime in your life in the past, you deserve what the fucking police officers do to you. If you don't get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. This is the Caucasian people. But then when the Caucasian dude walks up on a brother, on the melanated kid, and tries to bully him, two Caucasian kids, big ass Caucasian kids, and tries to bully somebody and punk him and make him move in America that he has, in a free country that he has the right to be in. That's what they would tell you if somebody tried to make them move out of a spot that they had the right to be in. This is America. I have a right to stand anywhere I want to stand. You can't make me move. This is what they would tell them. But when you do that, Caucasian people, oh, and you get your ass and get hands put on your ass, oh shit. He wasn't doing anything wrong. These motherfuckers filming, got pictures with guns and shit all damn day. They were angels. They were just fucking angels, man. He was an angel. He was a straight A student. He was going to college. Right after he beat the shit out of this nigger, he was going to college. Right after. There was a bus waiting for him on the corner. As soon as he beat the shit out of this nigger, he was going to get on that bus and go to college. That's a travesty that he's not able to get on that bus after beating the fuck out of that nigger. But I'm just saying, he needed to get on that bus. Shit. Right after beating the shit out of that nigger, huh? Okay. Right after beating the shit out of the nigga. Okay, because Marky March and the FA Aga bunch and the F Aga bunch, they're also mad about that because Carmelo School is going to graduate him. Carmelo Schools, like, they kicked him out, they expelled him, but then they looked at the shit and was like, he could have actually been defending himself. And if he was, they're going to sue the living shit out of us as soon as they win that case. Maybe we should give him this goddamn diploma. We can't let him back in school because it's too volatile. They'd try to kill him if we let him back in school. Brainstorm, appreciate you. Thank you, Brainstorm. I see the 9 with you. Appreciate the 9. So they went crazy. Again, this is the racist. And who was FAGA? MAGA with the F? That's the racist part of MAGA. There's a whole lot of MAGA people who are cool as shit. Not racist at all. But there are the core people. There's a core bunch of them niggas in there, motherfuckers, who are absolutely racist. And they are FAGA. They are not MAGA. They are. You know what I can't say. But so they pissed off that he got his diploma. It's a travesty, man. He killed a man. He stabbed a man right in the chest. He's a criminal. What did those guys do first? It doesn't matter. You just can't touch them because you can't stab somebody because they touch you. Then you got the Coon Cajun FAGA. The Coon Cajun FAGA, those motherfuckers. You said Glue Glock gonna get him? Glue Glock like Glue Glock is pissed, bitch. They got Glue Glock on 10,000 right now, motherfucker. Glue Glock is like, bitch, where them bitches at? But so the again racist MAGA, the coon Cajun, they even trying to charm. They're trying to chime in because something that brothers have found a grift. Let me tell you something. Melanated brothers or coon Cajun brothers, they found a grift. They say, oh, if we cape for Caucasian people, we can get a whole audience of these MAGA with the MAGA with the F, even regular MAGA too, but definitely MAGA with the FAGA. They can get them and support. Who does this on the major scale? The Hodge twins. They will kill. They will talk shit about niggas and degrade and demean their own people. Niggas who look like them. Also, they can get that money from the Caucasian people because they know that 80% of their audience is Caucasian people. Them MAGA people. So they'll shit on them. They'll ball gargle Caucasian. They'll anything that happens to a nigga. They'll put black women on their shit all damn day, trying to clown black women all damn day. It's just ridiculous. There's the ridicule that they will give their own people in order to score that buck. That's a grift. That is a racist grift. And they be talking about melanated people be race hustling. No, those motherfuckers be race hustling. Because they said that Carmelo told him to touch him. You can't tell him he told him to touch him. No, he didn't tell him to touch him. He said, touch me again and see what happened. That's a warning. It's not an invitation, dumbass. If somebody gets up and threatens you, you're not going to get up and say, hey, touch me. And it's an invitation for you to touch them. These people are stupid as shit, man. Motherfucker come over you to say, hey, get your bitch ass up out of here. Hey, man, just touch me, bro. Just put your hands just out of love. Just feel the love, man. Just put your hands right here. Just, yeah, come on, give me the hands, man. Come on. Just feel, man. Just touch me. Feel the love, bro. That's like that's what he did. He went and grabbed their hand. Just feel me, man. It's all the love in here, man. Don't you feel the love? No, bitch. He said, if you touch me again, see what happened. Which means they touched him the first time, and then he warned them after that. Yeah, that bitch ass Officer Tatum, cocksucker. That nigga's a bitch. Officer Tatum's a straight bitch. Now, I would damn sure say that to your face, nigga. Say something, nigga. Hope your ass say something. Hope I would fucking provoke you to do something. I hope I would provoke you to do something. Because I'd take your fat ass out. But, yeah, he's definitely one of the ones. But they keep talking about that he told him to touch him. Bullshit. He told him to touch him. What was he supposed to do? Not touch him? Because I tell you to touch me, do that mean you supposed to touch me? Dumb motherfucker. And I say, touch me, see what happened. Nigga, not touch me and we're going to go to McDonald's later and I'm going to buy you a Happy Meal. No. It's touch me and see what happened. And he got his hand in his bag, letting him know, nigga, some shit is about to pop off. That means back off of that motherfucker. But you know why he didn't do it? Because he had his brother there and they 6'1", 225-pound big-ass bitches who thought they could punk a little dude. Well, didn't turn out that way, did it? So I don't want to hear this. Ain't no reason to stab somebody. That's bullshit. You motherfucking niggas live up in your goddamn ivory towers who ain't never been in the goddamn confrontation in your life talking this crazy shit. Ain't ever been in a confrontation in your goddamn life. Other than talking back to your goddamn mama and daddy. That's the only confrontation you ever been in, talking back to your mama and daddy. And you think that you're supposed to know what the hell's going out here in the real world in confrontation. Get your bitch ass out of here. These Caucasian people, man, FAGA be pissing me off. All that bullshit they be talking. And they be training in MMA, so they think they really hardcore right now. We train in MMA. Get your ass beat. What you would do. Put your hands on people. That's what you get. Keep your motherfucking hands to your motherfucking self is a real goddamn thing. And if you don't do it, you get what happens after that. Sorry. So moving along, in Skittle news, World Pride comes to Washington in the shadow of and in defiance of the Trump administration. World Pride, because you know next month is Pride Month, right? So World Pride. What is World Pride? The World Pride 2025 welcome concert with pop icon Shakira Shakira! Thank you, everybody! Performing at National Stadium isn't until May 31st, but for host city Washington, D.C., the festivities start with a string of localized Pride events, beginning with Trans Pride on Saturday. Today? Oh, no! Sorry, D.C.! God damn it. Sorry what's going on today in your town. Sorry, D.C. Let's see. So hundreds of LGBT mafia, plus rallies, seminars, parties, and after parties, Diddy parties, basically. Diddy parties are planned for the next 3 weeks. They're gonna be diddying off for 3 weeks. These niggas done bought out all the goddamn baby oil in Walmart. These niggas gonna be diddying off for 3 whole weeks? Oh my God. The fuck is going on right now? 3 weeks across the nation's capital, including Black Pride and Latin Pride. Black Pride and Latin Pride. It all culminates in a 2-day closing festival on June 7th and 8th with a parade, rally, and concerts on Pennsylvania Avenue. On Pennsylvania Avenue by Cynthia Erivio and Dolce. I guess these are artists. I don't know who the hell that is. The biannual international event typically draws more than 1 million. God damn. 1 million visitors from around the world and across the LGBT mafia spectrum. But this year's event will carry both a special resonance and a particular sense of community-wide anxiety due to the policies of President Donald Trump's administration. Oh, we have to fear Trump. He doesn't. He hates us. He's trying to get rid of us all. He's trying to get rid of us. He doesn't believe in our existence. He's trying to erase our existence. Shut your ass up. Trump's public apathy for trans protections and drag shows has already prompted 2 international LGBT organizations, Eagle Canada and Africa Human Rights Coalition, Africa LG, to issue warnings against traveling to the U.S. at all. The primary concern is that trans or non-binary individuals will face the trouble of entering the country if passport control officers enforce the administration's strict binary view of gender status. Basically, Trump said, we don't recognize that, bitch. You better tell me if you a man or a woman. If you come as anything else, get the fuck out. That's basically what he said. If you ain't a man, you ain't a woman, fuck out. That's the only thing we letting in this party up in here. Man, woman. Other than that, salam alaikum. So they're mad. They're trying to push back. You're not gonna let us in the country because I'm non-binary. I'm not pigeonholed. I don't fit into either one. I'm both. No, you're not. You wanna be. You wanna be, but you're not. You are one. Now, if you want to act like you want some other, that's on you. But you're not that. You're just acting like that. Let's be honest about that. If you want to be honest about that and just act like that, then go ahead. That's on you. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do in America. Act like that all day. However, you are not that, though. And then don't push that to the kids. And don't try to tell me that I need to acknowledge that shit. If you want to do that, that's all for you. Keep it away from me. Keep it away from the kids. And I'm good. As long as you do you, keep it away from the kids, I'm good. So, yeah, that's what Trump is saying. That's basically, ain't no in between. So when your passport says X, you're not coming in. Yep. If your passport says X on it, you ain't getting in. And you know they allow that. I think they allow that in a lot of those other European countries. So they got that on their passport. They better take some white out. Remember that? Anybody remember Whiteout from back in the day? Old school Whiteout, baby. Whiteout was the shit, boy. You fuck up on that paper. Oh, God damn it. You do that little whiteout shit. Boop, put that back. And then you blow it. Yo, Transcendental, appreciate you, brother. He says, what'd you say? Can you overdo protein? Absolutely. Yep. And get kidney disease. You should not take more protein than you need. If you're working out, you want to take 1 gram per body weight. Like 0.08 to 1 gram per body weight. If you're trying to really gain, you can take 1.5 to no more than 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Right? So for every pound you weigh, you should only really take 1 gram of protein for every pound. So if you weigh 200 pounds, that's 200 grams of protein, to break it down. But you can't eat too much protein. If you don't, and if you don't drink a lot of water, it will mess up your kidneys. So you can get kidney disease by eating too much protein. So just be careful. And drinking a lot of protein without drinking water, protein shakes and shit, without drinking water, you can get kidney disease from drinking too much protein. So, yeah, buddy. No transgender passports, bitches. So moving along. A federal judge strikes down workplace protections for transformer workers. So here's the story. A federal judge in Texas, boy, y'all keep trying to move me out to Texas with all this good stuff. Texas, goddamn it, I ain't coming. My mama is moving to Texas next week, though, so Texas trying to make me come out to Texas, goddamn it, and took my mama and my pops and got them to move out there, gave them a nice-ass fat crib. And they paying less than rent than I'm paying. God damn it. They got a 5-bedroom crib paying less than me when I'm paying for a goddamn 1-bedroom piece. Boy, God damn it, I'm pissed. But Texas, can't move to Texas, man. The laws in Texas aren't friendly for the people. But a federal judge in Texas strikes down guidance from a government agency establishing protections against workplace harassment based on gender identity and sexual orientation. It says the guidance. So no protections if you're trying to claim non-binary. So Judge Matthew, damn, what the hell is his name? Let me try to say it. Judge Matthew Kaczmarek. God damn, that's a hell of a last name. Kaczmarek of the United States District Court of Northern District of Texas on Thursday determined that the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission exceeded its statutory authority when the agency issued guidance to employers against deliberately using the wrong pronouns for an employee, refusing them access to bathrooms corresponding with their gender identity, and barring employees from wearing dress code complaint clothing according to their gender identity because they may constitute forms of workplace harassment. So again, exceeded its statutory authority when the agency issued guidance to employers against deliberately using wrong pronouns for an employee. Meaning, I can't use, if you are she and you want to be called they, I got to call you a she. I got to call you they. Oh, that's crazy. So it says the Title VII of the 1964 Civil Rights Act protects employees and job applicants from employee discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. The EEOC, which enforces workplace anti-discrimination laws, had updated its guidance on workplace harassment in April of last year under Joe Biden for the first time in 25 years. It followed a 2020 Supreme Court ruling that gay, lesbian, and transformer people are protected from employment discrimination. How are you discriminated against? That's ridiculous. Texas and the Heritage Foundation, the conservative think tank behind Project 2025, in August, challenged the guidance, which the agency says serves as a tool for employees to assess compliance with anti-discrimination laws and is not legally binding. Kazmarek disagreed, writing that the guidance creates mandatory standards from which legal consequences will necessarily flow if an employer fails to comply. Stop it. Mandatory standards. So, again, you can't use somebody's actual gender at the workplace. Somebody want to be called they, you got to call them they. Or that's not necessarily what they're saying. They're saying that the job could not issue guidelines on doing that and saying that you don't have to do it, basically, or saying that you can call somebody by their regular genetically, their genetic makeup name, or whatever their genetic makeup is. So they're saying that you can do that. And so then the court says, no, you can't tell people that if they want to do it, it's on them. But you as the job can't mandate and say that people can do that, because then that creates discrimination within the workplace based off of sex, religion, blah, 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 blah. These niggas, boy, goddamn, they are just going to try to force you to comply with their bullshit, they mental psychosis. This is what they're trying to force you. Like, nigga, you gon' acknowledge that I got titties. Nigga, them ain't titties. Them silicone, nigga. These are titties or breast. These are real. They have milk. They don't have milk. They have silicone. They have saline silicone sauce, nigga. You got silicone sauce in that shit. That ain't real, nigga. Get that shit. Start slapping the motherfucking shit. Get that shit off your chest, bitch. That shit ain't real. Punch a nigga's shit. Pow. Them motherfuckers ain't real. But you can't acknowledge that. If you're in the workplace, you can't say that, or you're going to get fired for discrimination. Goddamn shame. God. So the courts are still full of shit. I'm sure Trump is going to take this to the. This is just the district ruling, so he's gonna take this to the appeals and then Supreme Court. So we'll see how it works out. Moving along, still in Skittle news. The Pentagon is halting gender-affirming health care for transformer troops, a memo says. So as the Trump administration, the EOC, put that out, the Pentagon was like, we not funding no more. We not funding no more of that bullshit surgery shit, man. Nope, we're not doing that. So it says, the Pentagon is halting gender-affirming health care for transformer troops as it moves to kick them out of the U.S. military, according to a memo seen by Reuters on Monday. Deuces. Or you can stay, as long as you don't try to force that bullshit. You can stay if you want to, but you got to stay as a man or a woman. You can't be trying to... Autobots, transform and roll out. You can't be doing that. You can't be Megatron or Optimus Prime and the fuck off. If you want to stay, yeah. As soon as you turn into Optimus Prime and Megatron, get the fuck out. Right there, go. Yeah, right there. It says, this is Pete Hegseth. I am directing you to take the necessary steps to immediately implement this guidance. Oh, not Stephen Ferrara, the acting assistant secretary of defense for health affairs, said in the memo. There are over 4,240 U.S. active duty and National Guard transformer troops, officials have said. Transformers rights advocates have given higher estimates. There's way more than 4,200 transformers Well, kick all them bitches out. Unless they just want to get in the military and work and just do your job, that's cool. If you want to get in there and just do your job and not try to press your goddamn mental bullshit on anybody else, hey, that's great. Stay your ass in there. If you a killer, you want to be a killer, boom. Soon as you start doing that, you start turning into Megatron, we not having it. You got to get the fuck out. Sorry. So, again, you can see the battle going on, guys. This is a culture war. This is what they call the culture war. Talked about this before. In order to change society, they change culture first. And then that's how they change laws and the rest of that. Because the people, once they change the culture, the people who have been changed by the culture then ask for different laws. And then they mash out and become activists for those laws. So this is how it works. So when you see the culture trying to change, they're trying to force a change into the culture, then you have to change it back or steer it the direct way, because everything doesn't need to stay the same. However, if it's going to evolve, you evolve it towards nature, the way nature evolves, because nature keeps going. Life moves on. It keeps on going. The way they want lifestyle to happen, it ends life. Sorry if that hurts you to hear that, but your lifestyle does end life. Sorry. That's the name of the game. Now, if you want to do it, that's on you. However, promoting it to other children only perpetuates that in the future of not having kids and ending life. So this is why we got to stop this headed off at the past, because if we want there to be people in the world in the future, you can't let this take hold. Can't let it happen. So moving along. In Candia, that's the old name for it. In Candia, a Vancouver school district is promoting the Fruitopian agenda by putting Transformer flags on the back of the chairs of 5-year-olds. So it's like an elementary preschool. So 5 years old, that's when you're the most malleable at 5. Really from 0 to 5. After 5, you're still malleable, but you're actually most malleable. The child's mind is from birth to 5. You can teach a kid anything. They'll download all of that. Then as they start to gain their own perception about things in life and shit like that, it becomes a little harder to download them with information. But from 0 to 5, you can download a kid with anything. You can make that motherfucker be anything you want if you just imbue them with that information from 0 to 5. Period. No matter whatever the hell it is, that kid will grow up to be that. A lawyer, a goddamn a race car speed driver, a stunt man, or any goddamn thing you want. If you put a kid into that from 0 to 5, because they have no frame of reference of life. So if you show them that's what life is, that's what they'll take to. Then they start to get into the rest of the world and start to see other things and how life is this way for that person, this life is that way for that person, life is this way for that person. Then they start to take on other views of life. But from 0 to 5, you can download a kid with anything you want. So at 5 years old, they got these Transformer flags and these, the alphabet flags on the back of the kids' thing. So they're just going to grow up with that in their minds without even actually having being told about the actual natural way to be in life. The very first thing that they're introduced to as far as sexuality and the perpetuation of life is no, is the halting of it. Now again, if you want to be that on you relationship, you're here to learn what you're supposed to learn. You're here to learn what you're supposed to learn in this experience for you. That's on you. What you're here to do and learn, if you're in that experience, that's for you. However, trying to indoctrinate it to a child, no bueno. Because as we talked about, that community cannot reproduce itself. So the only way to reproduce itself is to get your children. They have to impregnate your children with their ideas in order for that community to grow and perpetuate itself. Otherwise, it'd die off. Just the natural way. They can't have kids. So if they weren't able to imbue that knowledge and that ideology on anybody else younger than them, it would just die off. But no, they can't do that. We have to tell your kid, you may be one of us. Are you one of us? Do you think you might be one of us? Have you ever thought you were a girl? Huh? Little boy, do you think you're a girl? Did you ever call yourself a girl? Well, you might be a girl. You don't know. Your parents don't know. They're not God. They're not you. How do they know what you are? That's how they talk to them and shit. They don't know what you are. You know what you are. Trust in who you know you are, okay? Don't let your parents tell you that. It's the shit they imbue them. While they at school, they talking this shit. And then they send them back home to the parent with all this bullshit in their head. Don't listen to your parents. Your parents don't know you. Your parents ain't God. Your parents don't know all that type of shit. And this shit starts to fester and grow in the child's mind. As soon as they have like some little minor conflict with the parent. What you think pop up in their head? The bullshit teacher told them at school. About your parents don't know you, or your parents don't own you, your parents don't do this and that. Then that shit starts to grow. Every little disagreement the kid has with the parent, the goddamn ideology that this dumb motherfucker at school, this purple corn hair, this purple pink haired motherfucker, green haired person has indoctrinated your child with, they grew up with that. Not knowing that conflict between children and parents is a natural thing in life. And you're going to have many conflicts with your parents. And that doesn't mean that you got to totally go away and think that your parent is the goddamn enemy because your parent don't co-sign everything you do. These are the things children need to learn. But nope. As soon as you disagree with your parents, that's an enemy. He's an enemy. So, fuck these damn schools teaching this shit. Canada, Vancouver. No promotion of heterosexual relationships, nothing like that. Nope, if you're going to promote that stuff, why don't you promote heterosexuality at the same time? The thing that got them here. Why don't you promote the thing that actually got them here? That makes no sense for you to just promote something that's gonna fill their lives with turmoil and hardship the rest of their life. Because in society, they go into that, you're gonna have to deal with that shit. No matter how much they want it accepted in society. And it is for the most part, but as soon as you start pushing back on anybody else, those kids are gonna be in a world of shit. So leave the children alone, please. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. So moving along, in the science and the weird, a shocking UFO files hidden in the presidential library. So again, shocking UFO files hidden in the presidential library claim U.S. made successful contact with an alien race. Now, the Pentagon, we had the CIA files that said the aliens turned some niggas to stone in Russia. Then we had the remote viewer dude that said there was alien bases in Africa and all around the damn world. Then we had the dude on Joe Rogan who said the U.S. has over 10 alien ships. This is last Monday. If y'all didn't see that Joe Rogan, go look at that Joe Rogan dude I told you about. Who said there's the remote viewer dude, the man who stared at ghost guy. Last week I said he was the George Clooney in the movie. He wasn't the George Clooney. He was the dude who created it. He was the what is his name? Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges was the dude, the main hippie dude in the movie who created the remote viewing, the whole program. This is the guy who was on Joe Rogan is that guy. Now, he wasn't a hippie or anything, but he is the guy who created the remote viewing program. So he's not even George Clooney. George Clooney was the lower dude. The main dude who created it is this guy. So, he said they have aliens, alien bases. So again, And then David Grush, who came out and said, I mean, there's so much shit, alien shit going on. They're trying to tell you aliens exist. I mean, they're going to hit you with this over the head a million times. Then a documentary just came out 2 months ago with all the damn whistleblowers on it. I forgot the name of that documentary. With, what is his name? Elizondo? That dude, Hector Elizondo, or whatever his name was. The dude, the Pentagon whistleblower. So it is coming out like crazy. And no one is tripping about this shit, really. Because you're so desensitized to aliens because of Independence Day and all the damn alien movies and shit. Nobody give a shit. But it said in the presidential library, I'm going to say this again. In the presidential library, hold on. They made, the presidential library, a hidden files claim that the U.S. made successful contact with an alien race. A trove of unearthed government documents has detailed a secret face-to-face encounter with alien beings more than 60 years ago. No, there's no such thing as aliens. No such thing. You want to get probed? Okay, well, there's no such thing as aliens. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get probed, then stop. But if they're going to get probed, there's no such thing as aliens. I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you want to get probed. I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, nigga, no, I don't want to get probed, bitch ass nigga. Take your ass back. Get your fucking ass over there. Hold on a second. So, more than 50 pages of CIA files, which the FBI continues to say are fake, but it came out of the presidential library, y'all. The FBI say it's fake, though. It's not real. Came out of the presidential library. They didn't fake this. They didn't. 60 years ago. This is a document. This was created 60 years ago files. Did we even have copy machines 60 years ago? I don't even know we had that shit 60 years. Maybe we did. I don't know. But more than 50 pages of CIA files, which the FBI continues to say are fake, claimed that a secret government program established communications with UFOs in 1959. Project Sigma, is what it's called, started in 1954, used a binary computer language sent along, Project Sigma started in 1954, used a binary computer language sent along radio signals into space to make to make contact with alien life. Just 5 years after the interstellar connection, an official from the U.S. Air Force met with extraterrestrials who received the messages. Have you seen Contact? Man, please go watch the movie Contact. That movie is this. This is that movie. I don't know if, that movie was also, Carl Sagan is, he was the astronomer, Carl Sagan. He helped make that movie. Or it was like made off of his work or something like that. But it was about putting out signal to contact some aliens. So I actually might watch that in a minute. That was a dope ass movie. And if you can't watch it on Oculus. Everybody, if you don't know, you can watch. I'm telling you about the Oculus. If you don't have an Oculus, I would suggest all of you, if you can, invest in an Oculus. You never have to go to the movie theater ever again. In Oculus, there's apps you can watch YouTube, Disney Plus, and Prime Video. So if you have a Prime Video account, most movies that come out in the theaters, they'll be on Prime Video within like a month or two. So you can go and watch and pay for a movie in Prime Video and watch it like you went to the movie. So you don't ever have to go to the movie. They have like these different theaters in the Oculus where you can place yourself in, like super huge ass screen, like you're in a major ass movie theater by yourself. That shit is off the chain. But so if you watch movies, I would watch it in a You said I got 3. You got the 3? Oh yeah, you got the 3? Or you got 3 Oculuses, or you got the Oculus 3? Because I got 3 too, but man, the video, man, watching those movies in there, dude. I can watch Star Wars on the movie screen. Some shit I haven't seen Star Wars on the movie screen since I was I was a kid. And I can watch it in the movie screen on the Oculus. That shit is great. So if you watch Contact, if you have the Oculus, I would suggest you go to Prime Video, order it in Prime Video, and then go watch it on the Oculus. Because you really need to see Contact on a big screen if you didn't see it in the movie theater. Shit came out like 25 years ago or some shit, over 25 years ago. So you need to see that. But this is the movie, what they're talking about right here. More than 50 pages of... Oh, I said that. Oh, sorry. Project. Just 5 years after the interstellar connection and... Oh, I said that. Damn, where am I at? Oh, okay. I've lost my damn... All right, here it is. The files claimed that on April 25th, 1964, a single intelligence officer met with 2 aliens at a prearranged location in the New Mexico desert. The same state that, the same state that was famous for Roswell UFO crash, for the Roswell UFO crash. God damn, tongue twisting ass. The meeting lasted for about 3 hours, during which time the intelligence officer and extraterrestrials shared basic information about their respective races. The documents also detailed how a secret government group called the Majestic 12. Now, again, remember, this is supposed to be fake, but Majestic 12 was real. The Majestic 12 was real. You say you got the Vision, you a Vision Pro? You got the Vision Pro? I'm waiting until they make the Vision, they upgrade the Vision Pro. I can't spend the money on it just yet until they get more apps on that bitch. Like apps that I want to like that I would use. Until then, I gotta hold off on the price. I want it though. I do want the Vision Pro. That should look off the chain. I just can't justify the money because they don't have enough apps on it yet. But as soon as they do, I'm getting that bitch. But Majestic 12. If you know about UFOs and all that type of stuff in the government, you know who Majestic 12 is, right? So again, the documents also detailed how a secret government group called the Majestic 12 used their incredible power to keep the secret information on UFOs away from the military and even the White House. So they said the military didn't even know nothing about this, or the White House. Several classified projects focused on alien communication and UFO research allegedly fell under the Majestic 12's control, which the group revealing to the CIA that they succeeded in their goal of finding alien life. Now again, FBI says it's fake, but it came from the presidential library. You be the judge. Something that comes straight out of the presidential library, is that really likely to be fake? Talking about aliens, how the president met with aliens and all of that shit. Why would that be in the presidential library? That makes no damn sense. So they're full of shit on this one. It was a fake. But why would that about aliens, the president meeting aliens 60 years ago, why would that be a fake in the presidential library? It makes absolutely no sense. So they're going to tell us in a minute, y'all. They're going to tell us in a minute. Glue Glock, I'm waiting on you, baby. What's happening, baby? I'm waiting on you, Glue Glock. So moving along, science has found all living things emit a ghostly glow that vanishes when we die. Scientists have revealed. Mystics and spirituals have often claimed they can see a glow of mysterious light surrounding living creatures, the aura, or that we all know about. Now, scientists have discovered that there may be some truth to their claims. No shit. I love how they act like they act like all the ancients back in the day, they just didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. They were all crazy. All these beings, all these people talking about this stuff, all of them back in the day, all of them, the Hindus, the Asians, the Egypt, everybody, all of them were crazy. Because they not modern white man. They didn't know what the fuck they talking about because you're not the modern white man. You don't know. You don't have modern science. You know science? Do you know what science is? Well, we have that. So until you have modern science, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, where the fuck do you think modern science came from? It came from Egypt. Kemet. Alchemy. Chemistry. Came from alchemy. Chem. The darkness. Black. Dealing with carbon. The science of carbon. Alchemy. Produced chemistry. Chem. Again. Carbon. The science of carbon. Or the electron of carbon, to be more precise. But, so, and again, you guys know chem means black, right? Dark. So, mystics and spirituals have often claimed, I read that. Now scientists have discovered that there might be the truth to their claims. Researchers from the University of Calgary in Canada have found that living things produce a faint, ghostly glow. Ghostly? Your aura. They are talking about your aura. They're trying so hard not to say the word aura in this damn story. Do y'all hear that? The ghostly glow. They don't want to say aura because soon as they say the word aura, people are gonna be you. You're gonna lose what they call sane people. What they would call sane people. As soon as you say aura, they go, oh, this is for hippies. This is that hippie bullshit. Fucking hippies have been talking about this for 50 years. No, it's not hippie shit. It says, and their new study proves that this light is snuffed out the moment we die. It says this isn't a mystical force or evidence for the human soul, but rather a physical phenomenon called ultra-weak photon emission, the team said. Ultra-weak photon emission. Now, what did Yoda say? Y'all better understand Yoda. Shout out to my dude Yoda. Yoda said, luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. He told you in Empire Strikes Back. Luminous beings, light beings, we are. Master Yoda, you damn right. Broke it off in the 70s. Told you, we are light beings. We're not made of matter. So now, science is finding out what Yoda told your ass 45 years ago. Yoda told us this 40 goddamn 5 years ago. Thanks, science. But I'm going to stick with Yoda. How about that? I'm sticking with Yoda. It says, all the cells in living creatures produce energy. The chemical process involved release a tiny amount of light in the form of photons, the particles that make up light. While the existence of this glow has been controversial, you got that glow. You feel the one when you got that glow. Your body knows, so don't let go of the power of elevation. Go ahead, baby. That's my shit. When you got that glow, feel the glow. You got the glow. You need the glow, the glow, the glow. And if you love to live, you live to love. Huh? Who was that dude? Who was that from The Last Dragon who sang You Got the Glow? Come on, man. Who is he? I think it's Willie Hutch. I think it's Willie Hutch. Please say it's Willie Hutch. Willie Hutch, you the greatest. When you got that glow. Your body wants to, don't let go. That nigga said, he says, what was the main line? He says, your body, your spirit, your mind. Damn, how did this sound of this shit go? You need to glow your body. Damn. It was breaking that shit up about your body, your soul, your mind, body, and soul become one, and that's how you get to the glow. They were breaking it off. And then, sure enough, Said, bitch ass nigga, what's up, bitch? Who's the master? Who's the master? Who's the meanest? Who's the prettiest? Who's the baddest mofo low down around this town? Show enough, I can't hear you. Show enough, the Shogun of Harlem. Oh, man. They were showing you the glow. This has been our science since the beginning of time. We have known this. Put it in the movie with the damn Last Dragon. We've known this. Thanks, science, for catching up. While the existence of this glow has been controversial, scientists using ultra-sensitive cameras claim to have provided very clear evidence for the existence of biophotons. Now, the Kirlian photography camera has already done this. The Kirlian photography camera, Kirlian, go look that up. That's KIRLIAN, Kirlian photography, I think that's how you spell it. Captures your aura, the energy output of your body, of anything. So they've already done this in the past, but now that science is saying it, it's true, guys. It wasn't true before, but now that modern science has gotten in here, now that the modern white sciences has gotten in here, guys, move along, move away here, guys. Move it out of the way. We got this. We got it. Thanks. Yeah, modern science is here. Yeah. Hey, everybody. That glow thing, it might be something to it. But only because we say so. Not because this motherfucker said. Not because he said. We said it. So the last thousands and thousands of years, no! We said it. Okay. White motherfuckers be funny. So it says, hold on. There, where'd it go? Oh, so hold on, where'd it go? So Luther, or lead author, excuse me, Dr. Daniel Oblak told the scientist, the New Scientist, which is a publication, this really shows that this is not just an imperfection or caused by the biological process. It's really something that comes from all living things. No shit. One thing that all living creatures have in common is they need to create energy to stay alive. In the cells of every organism, there are structures called mitochondria where sugars are burned with oxygen in a process called oxidative metabolism. During these reactions, molecules gain and lose energy, letting off a few photons. Again, aura. See how they're using all this shit to explain the aura? Some shit that hippies have known about for this beginning of time. Even though many scientists believe this light must exist, it has proven extremely hard to detect. Because the light emitted by living cells is so faint, it is hard to distinguish from other natural sources of light, such as radiation emitted by warm objects. See, we've already known. If you're a spiritual mother, you've known. You can see that. Some people can see auras. He says, hence fucking. What is that? What, fucking? I don't know. I don't know what that means. Let me not jump into that shit. I don't know what that means. But so it says, however, using specialized cameras able to detect individual photons, Dr. Oblak and his colleagues have now isolated this light and shown, shown what happens to it after animals die. So, science has found the aura, everybody. Whoa! Science have never, but I mean, a lot of people need science to corroborate what they believe is spookism or their mysticism and all that type of shit. So now that science is corroborated, everybody knows that the aura is real. The aura is a real thing, yes. He says Prince had a purple aura. He could have. Allegedly, hey, I would not doubt it. I had one. My aura, when I first went and got, I don't know if I told you about this. I'm told the story. First time I got my aura read was in Sedona. We went to Sedona. If you haven't been to Sedona, you need to go. Most spiritual place in America, really. This is off the chain. So go to this crystal shop in Sedona, and back then I had sold some property. I had inherited some property, so I sold it. So I took a trip. I took a bunch of people on a trip to Sedona, and when we went to the shop, I just basically paid for everybody to get an aura reading because I saw this and I didn't know about it. I didn't know if it was real or not. I just wanted to see if it was bullshit. So the lady was there. She would go into the room, take the camera shot with the camera, and then she would take it out and then read it to you, give you your own reading in the room. So everybody goes first. I'm last because I'm paying, right? So everybody goes first. Everybody has good readings, coming out with crazy auras, like big, beautiful, crazy yellow auras and big burgundy auras and shit like that, right? And then auras were different in it, little green, little pink, little something like that. So she gets to me, and I go in there, and she took my picture, and she starts to read it, and she looked at me. She said, "How old are you?" So I was younger. I was in my 20s back then. She was like, "How old are you?" And I told her my age, and she was like, "Nah." And I was like, "Why?" And she was like, "You have the aura of somebody much older than you." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "Yeah, I know. I'm told by a lot of people I'm an old soul. Yeah, I get that all the time." And she's like, "No, you're fucking old." She said that. She said it like that. She literally said it like that. She said, "No, you're fucking old." Like that. And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You are fucking old." She just kept looking at me. She was like, "You have the aura of somebody extremely old. Like, you've been here." And so I was like, "What does that mean?" So she started showing me, and my aura was completely damn near like dark purple. You couldn't even see me. The aura was so damn dark. The only thing you saw was me smiling. You saw my teeth, but you couldn't even see me in the aura. It was so dark purple. She was like, I've seen this only in people who are super spiritually old." She was like, "You have been here a lot." And I was like, I told her I'm an old. She's like, "No, motherfucker, like, nigga, you are like ancient." She's like, "I had the aura of somebody who was ancient." Sharice Reed, thank you. Thank you for the cash app. Appreciate you. Everybody hit that cash app before I get up out of here, y'all. Make sure you show me some love, baby. Send me some shawarma love. Appreciate you. But so that was my first experience with with the girl, and she thought, "You're fucking old." She said it like this crazy little white lady. We became friends. She was so cool, and I would go visit her every time when I go to Sedona after that. I hope she's still alive, but she was a cool lady. If you ever been to Sedona and there's a main crystal shop on the main road before you get to the downtown, there's one like major crystal shop on this road. Everybody would know. It's actually two crystal shops side by side, and then there's like a little lake behind the crystal shop. There's a little stream lake behind the crystal shop. That shop, everybody, if you've ever been to Sedona, you know that shop. The lady who owned that shop, she was my homegirl. After we did the reading, she became my friend. It was real cool. But apparently, I'm an ancient motherfucker. So that was crazy. So here we go. So it says, during the reactions, hold on. Damn it, where'd it go? Stay alive. Hold on, guys. Oh, I read it all. So they found the aura. That was the last of the story. I read it all. So they found the aura. Thanks, science, for letting us know some shit we already knew. Appreciate you. But at least now they can't argue it. Now, when you go and tell somebody about the aura, no one can ever argue with you about it now. That's a good thing. That's pseudoscience, man. There's no such thing as an aura. Well. he started punching that shit up. Well, I don't necessarily know if that's true. Let me, boom. Apparently at Canada University, at Vancouver University in Canada. So we have science backing us now, guys. Moving along, research is being conducted on genetically modified ticks for various purposes, including disease control, and the Lone Star tick is known to cause red meat allergies through a natural mechanism. So check this out. Alpha-Gal syndrome, that's alpha, then G-A-L syndrome, AGS, also known as red meat allergy, is a condition where individuals develop an allergy to alpha-gal, alpha-gal or gall, a sugar molecule found in most mammals except humans and primates. Lone Star tick in the United States, the bite of the Lone Star tick is the primary trigger for AGS. So if you get bit by a tick with AGS, you will accidentally develop an allergy to red meat. This is a tick called the Lone Star tick. I guess it's from Texas. And if this tick bites your ass, you ribs, brisket sandwich, barbecue brisket, you just start throwing that shit away. Now, I say to it anyway. I don't eat beef. But I know there's a lot of y'all out here who still eat beef. So this is for y'all. So it says, how it works. When a Lone Star tick bites a person, it can inject alpha-gal into their bloodstream. This can cause the person's immune system to produce antibodies against alpha-gal. Subsequently, when the person eats red meat or is exposed to other products containing alpha-gal, an allergic reaction can occur. Now, this is why I put this story in here, because science wants to genetically engineer this tick to prevent people from eating red meat. That's why I put the story in here. Scientists want to create a tick and release it on your ass so that you don't eat red meat no more. And this is, again, in climate control. They say because too much red meat, the cows, farts, and all that shit adds to global warming. So they want to make you, put a tick out into the community. Yeah, the Lone Star tick. Yep, that's what it's called. The Lone Star tick. Go look that shit up. It bites you and you become allergic to red meat, apparently, or anything with alpha-gal in it. I don't know the other things that can have alpha-gal in it, but they're trying to genetically engineer you not to eat red meat. Now, again, that's you can see if that's a good thing or a bad thing. That's on you. But I don't want nobody telling me that engineering me not to eat it. If I don't want to eat red meat, I want it to be my decision not to eat red meat. I don't want anybody engineering me not to eat red meat. That's some bullshit. If I want to go out and have a goddamn steak sandwich one day, I may not eat steak and beef for fucking 35 years. But maybe one day I want to go out and have a goddamn steak sandwich. Maybe have some barbecue brisket sandwich. And if you in LA, you know best barbecue is Woody's on Slauson. Or his brothers. I forgot his brothers in Inglewood. The two brothers. They had the family recipe for the barbecue, and instead of going into business together, these two niggas fought over the recipe and opened up two different barbecue spots like 5 miles from each other. This is some bullshit. Niggas just can't get along. This is why we can't come up on some shit. Two brothers who had the family recipe for the barbecue. These two niggas could not share the recipe and share in the profits and the business. These two bitch ass niggas took the recipe and opened up two separate shops. And everyone knows these two separate barbecue places. Everyone knows these places. I forgot the one in Inglewood. If anybody can remember the one in Inglewood, please, if you're in LA and you remember the barbecue spot in Inglewood, please let me know. That shit is both of those motherfuckers. It tastes exactly the same when you go to both of the nigga spots. It's just if you're on this side of town, you can get one of the brothers. If you're on the other side of town, you can get that brother. These niggas are crazy. This shit is hilarious. He said, can I swim? Yeah, I can swim. So this is crazy as hell. Engineering you, engineering you to not eat beef. That shit is crazy. Shout out to Woody's Barbecue. Woody, everybody know Woody's. Goddamn, Woody's. Woody's, I think, was probably more famous because it's in LA and the other barbecue spot is in Inglewood, which is a smaller city. But if you roll through Inglewood, that area over there, it's in a richer area, actually. So, hilarious. Moving along, last thing in the science and the weird. Scientists discover particular pattern can cause brain damage. And it's not, scientists discover a particular working pattern can cause brain damage, and it's not shift work. Like working a shift from 9 to 5, that's not it. Working 52 hours or more a week harms people's memory and problem solving and disrupts their emotions, a study suggests. See, they be trying to kill your ass with all this goddamn, you need to work. Nah, man. So it says, experts found that being overworked alters the structure of the brain in areas linked to thinking and social skills and mental health. They looked at the impact of overwork on specific brain regions in health workers who regularly clocked up to 52 hours a week or more. The researchers drew on data from a long-term study looking at workers' health used MRI scans to examine brain structure. Of these 32 worked excessive weekly hours, while 78 worked standard hours. The researchers including what is this? Yonsei? I don't know what this word is. Yonsei, Yonsei. So the researchers, including from Yonsei University in South Korea, overworked individuals exhibited significant changes in brain regions associated with executive function and emotional regulation. Analysis showed of a 19% increase in left causal Analysis showed a 19% increase in left caudal middle frontal gyrus volume. I don't know what the fuck that means. Again, in caudal, C-A-U-D-A-L, so that's caudal, in left caudal middle frontal gyrus volume in the overworked group compared with the non-overworked group. This part of the brain has a major role in various cognitive functions, particularly in the frontal lobe. So basically, working too goddamn hard, you go crazy. All of that just said, if you work too goddamn much, you go crazy. You get brain damage. That's what this just said. If you work too damn much, over 52 hours a week, you are not liable to get it, but you increase your chances of getting brain damage. That's why you got to take a break. Why you think I watch Star Wars every goddamn night? I watch all this shit. I got to take a break from all this shit. I can't be listening to all this shit, all this news and knowledge and law and all this shit. I got to take me a goddamn break. Star Wars. God damn it. I got to put on Star Wars. Got to completely go somewhere else. Let go. Let all this shit go. Take me to another universe. Let all this shit go. Then when I come back, nigga, recharged. A lot of you need to do that. You need to learn how to let things go for a little bit. Just let it sit. You boom, boom, boom. You work it. It's called ebb and flow. Everything in the universe has an ebb and flow to it. So if you flowed, meaning outward, for a long time, if you put that energy outward for a long time, then it's time to ebb. Pull it back some. When you have sex, how is life created? Ebb and flow, in and out. When you having sex, you just ain't in the whole time. You have to pull out to go back in, don't you? If you read the Kabbalion, this is what the plane of correspondence means. How the laws work in one scale, it works on another scale. So in the macro world, however the laws work in the macrocosm, they work in the microcosm. So ebb and flow is everything in life. You have to have an ebb and flow. You just can't constantly go, 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 go. You'll destroy yourself. You'll run a car that just runs all the goddamn time will eventually burn out. Anything that runs constantly all the time eventually is going to reach its burnout point. So there always is an ebb and flow to everything. So if you are mashing out on something, then you have to pull back from it for a little bit and relax your brain and your spirit. And it actually recharges you. Because what you're doing when you're doing all this stuff, you're really channeling from the universe. So if you've been channeling for so long on one damn thing, you got to let it go for a minute so that the universe can recharge and bring more to you. So again, everybody, please understand. Work hard, but then relax hard. Also, work hard, relax hard. That's the balance. Can't constantly go, 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 go. And then you end up working all this goddamn time in your whole life. And then for what? You had no fun after the work? The fuck is all that work for? Fuck that. The fuck is all this damn work for? I just wanted to leave a legacy for my people, my family. Okay, you can do that shit, but you can also take a break. You can also take a goddamn break. There's a lot of people out here leaving legacies and taking breaks. That's how that shit works. So everybody, I want you to work hard, but I also want you to pull it back some. All right. Oh shit. Oh, there is one more story I had. Sorry. And the signs of the weird. Can't let this go. So moving along. Still the last thing in the signs of the weird. A wife. A wife slices off her husband's penis. We got Lorena Bobbitt, but that ain't the whole story. A wife slices off her husband's penis and cooks it in the bean stew after catching him watching porn. He wasn't cheating on her. This fool was watching porn. She caught him watching porn. While he was asleep, she cut that nigga, she killed him, cut his shit off, and then cooked it in the goddamn beef stew. This bitch is crazy. This is in Brazil. Just so y'all, this is in Brazil, yo. So let me read the story, because y'all ain't gonna believe me. Oh my God, she must have took the jab. I don't know. She went crazy. Because he was watching porn? Come on, man. God damn. So look it up. A Brazilian woman accused of hacking off her husband's penis and cooking it in a not beef stew, bean stew. Rice and beans. And sausages. This bring a whole new name to pork and beans, don't it? This bring a whole new meaning to pork and beans. Oh God, Vienna sausage and beans. Oh my God. So a Brazilian woman accused of hacking off her husband's penis and cooking it in a bean stew after killing him has been arrested. Oh my God. She need to go under the jail. The woman from Acrolandia, Western Brazil, is said to have added part of her husband's sex organs to the meal and eating it after ending his life in a revenge attack when she caught him watching porn. What in the entire fuck? I would come back from the grave and kill that bitch every goddamn night. I would come back from the grave and suffocate that bitch in her sleep. What the fuck? So it says, the victim has been described locally as a 37? Whoa! Only 37? Oh, man, that's fucked up. 37-year-old, but no details have yet been released about the alleged killer. Police believe The woman acted out of jealousy and rage. Local media report. You jealous of a chick on the goddamn screen? It ain't real. What are you doing? This is ridiculous, man. Oh my God. Because he was thinking about tapping somebody else in his mind on the screen? Oh, this is crazy. So, damn. Detectives are said to have found the dead man's body, minus his private parts, near the couple's home after relatives reported him missing. His wife reportedly confessed to her sick crime during questioning. It's not yet clear if she was the only person who tried the stew she cooked, or if others ate it unaware of the ingredient. Oh, that's diabolical. If she served that stew to somebody else, I would, if I was that person, I would come back and kill that. If she served me penis stew, there's nowhere you could hide, bitch. There's nowhere in the universe you could hide from me if you served me penis stew. I'm telling you right now. There's nowhere. 0 places. God damn. For watching porn, y'all. This is crazy. Like, god damn. Ladies, just so you know, men watch porn even when they're in relationships sometimes. Whether you like it or not, it just happens. Men been watching porn since the beginning of time. You ain't gonna change that. You're not gonna change that. Men been watching porn since the beginning of time. Now, do they act on it? If they go out and act on it, that's another thing. But sometimes men just like visual shit. That's it. And then you move on. That's it. Men just like looking at some visual shit. That's not going to take a bunch of the man's energy. Because if you have sex, a lot of times that zaps a dude. Sometimes he just want to, boom, get a little visual pop, bam, and then keep it pushing. He don't want to expend 80 million liters of energy of his sweat and blood all the goddamn time. Sometimes he just want to boot, get it, and keep it going. That happens sometimes. You want a quick one, bow, and be out. And she and her ass then fucking killed this nigga. Goddamn. She done killed him because he was watching Pornhub. Whoa. Now, I don't know if the police, I know like when they go and they bring this up in the court, and all the men, I wonder if all the men, when they bring that up, when they say, and she cut off his, and they go, like, all the men be like, when they bring that part up, all the men should be like, like you grab down your, you just reach down there like, oh, no. She crazy as hell. Now, Lorena Bobbitt, I think she did it because old boy was he cheating on her or he hit her? I don't remember why Lorena Bobbitt. I think it was one of the two. She either he was beating on her or something like that, or he cheated on her. But she cut his shit off. That was crazy. That was even crazy. If anybody remember that? I think that was what, the 90s? Was that the 90s when that shit happened? When what was that? When did that happen? Was that that was the 90s, right? So she in his sleep. While that nigga was asleep, like this nigga went to sleep, she cut his shit off and then drove it. Timmy Tight Top's in the chat. Everybody, say what's up to Hassan Kareem McCullough. That's Timmy Tight Top. Say what up to Timmy Tight Top, y'all, in the live stream chat. What up, Timmy Tight Top? TTT. What up on the juices, son? But she cut his shit off, got in the car, was just driving, and then got to a whole long stretch of nothing, and she took that shit and said, "Whap!" While she was driving, just threw that shit out the window. God damn. Timmy Tight Top on the Ouija side of the game. So, you know, Timmy Tight Top, Tell him what's up on the weed juice. Hit him up on the weed juice. Hey, put your information in there, Timmy Tack Top, so they can hit you up. Put your info in there so they can call you, man. So Lorena Bobbitt started this bull crap, drove his shit out of town, and flung it out the window. Yep, Adrian. Flung it. She straight, what's them motherfuckers in the Olympics? With the ball right here, the shot put. That's what she did. She put that shit right here and said, she spun around. She shot putted that shit. She got that shit close to, you know how they niggas be putting that ball right here. They tuck that ball and they get the leverage, the motor. They built that shit up. Wow. That's what she did. Lorena Bobbitt, goddamn. Every man in the goddamn world hated her ass. I say what? I say the N-word too much. First of all, the word is called nigga. And no, I don't. You are on the channel called Real Nagas. And if you understood what the word meant, it means God. Nigga means God, which comes from the word Naga. Do I have to give you a knowledge lesson right now? You're on a channel called Real Nagas. Do you think I did that by accident? The word nigga goes back to the word Naga or Nagas or Negus, which is also the king and sovereign of Ethiopia. So any way you want to pick it, it means king or God. Sovereign king or God. So there you go. And I will say that all day. Nigga. But I just called you king or God, so you shouldn't be offended. And if you are, go back and do some knowledge. Do your research. And that's for all other people in here who don't know anything about language and history and etymology. Naga, nigga, comes from Naga. And negus, not negus. A lot of words think the word is negus. We didn't talk from the throat. We talk from the diaphragm. So Negus is negus. The negus was the king and sovereign of Ethiopia. Or Naga were the serpent gods of Asia. I'm either one of those niggas. Or Nagas. So, okay, so, yep, Lorena Bobbitt, you full of shit. And so is that chick who cut off her man dick and threw it out the window. Moving along, and nigga news. See, I even got some shit called nigga news. This is the nigga news. Because niggas be niggering sometimes. So, there's a new thing called black fatigue that's been going around. It went viral this week. I had to talk about it real quick. I ain't gonna talk about it too long. But black fatigue, got viral because white people started saying it. They had black fatigue. But then, the word came from apparently black so-called. Now, again, I don't like to use the word black. black is not real. I just told you about that in law. But so-called black people, they used it because they had black fatigue of the system being oppressed and persecuted and all this and that. They just had fatigue for the system, just keeping them down. The black people just being kept down so long that they had black fatigue. We're tired. We're sick and tired. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. You heard that shit a million times. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. How many times motherfuckers will say that shit? Well, get off your ass and do something. That's the remedy to being sick and tired. If you sick and tired, get off your ass and do something about it. So, black fatigue, again, like I said, a Caucasian person made it viral, a woman, because she was trying to say, I don't have anything against black people, but, sometimes it just gets tiring every time you see this and you see that. So basically what started it was all the shit that's coming out. So really what they mean by black fatigue, or she meant, was ratchet or ghetto fatigue. That's really what she meant. when she said ratchet, black fatigue. She meant ghetto fatigue. She meant and let the truth be told, most melanated people are tired of ghetto or ratchet fatigue. They got it. We're tired of seeing motherfuckers twerking on tables in restaurants, twerking in the Lululemon store, bum rushing mob, flash mobbing stores and robbing them, walking down the street in your house shoes and motherfucking and your hair rollers to go to the goddamn grocery store and rob it. Did y'all see that? The two ladies who walked into the store with their hair rollers and groceries and they basically just act like they just got out of bed, came in their house shoes and hair rollers and shit, walked to the store with a bag and started throwing shit in the bag like they were shopping. Did y'all see that? And then somebody saw him leaving. It was a citizen or whatever. He saw him leaving. He was like, y'all bitches ain't going nowhere. He came back and snatched him in and shit and wouldn't let him leave. And they were like, you can't hold us. You can't touch us. And yeah, guess I can. You ain't about to rob my store, my community store. So this is what they mean by ratchet fatigue. Again, the Lululemon thing. The girls in the Lululemon screaming, Lululemon, Lululemon. Those white people in that store looked mortified when they saw them girls fucking twerking on the clothes and all that shit that they about to buy, slamming their booties on the floor and all that type of shit. This is getting ridiculous. It's getting out of control. It's getting crazy. Again, it's dumbass black culture. That's what people are getting tired of. People are getting tired of that. You know, stealing, loud talking in public businesses, fighting in public, twerking in public businesses, praising degenerate debauchery rap like Disgusting Red, what they call, or Glorilla. This debauchery rap, even though Glorilla's songs are way better than Sexy Red. Let's be real. Glorilla, she go way harder than Sexy Red. Sexy Red, her songs are bullshit. And we would just show that she's a CIA operative, allegedly. Talked about that. But it's debaucherous rap. All of this shit that just keeps you in a low vibrational state. It'll never raise your community out of this bullshit. It keeps them down. Flash mobbing, dude, you ever seen them flash mobbing McDonald's and gas stations? I mean, like hundreds of kids going in there just robbing it. And they filming it to get clout on TV. Eventually, society was going to get tired of this shit. And not just white people, Caucasian people, melanated people are tired of this shit. Melanated people who work hard, go to, come home, pay for their house, pay for their kids, just want to live a regular goddamn life. They tired of this shit. They try to see, I'm telling you, that reflects on everybody else. When they see women twerking in Lululemon, and then they get mad when he came out and said that my clothes ain't for everybody. Well, that's because, look at you twerking your ass off, stupid, in that store. So, yeah, Rhapsody is off the chain. Wait, she don't even belong in this conversation. She's nowhere. She's conscious rap. Don't Rhapsody is goddess. That's who they need to be looking up to. Is Rhapsody. Goddamn. Rhapsody is the goddess of rap. They don't ever mention her name with the rest of these dumbass bitches. Ever. So, again, black fatigue, y'all. Again, they allow their toddlers to perpetuate this bullshit. That's what happens. When you keep on with this stuff, the little toddlers, I told you, from 0 to 5, they're just nothing but a blank canvas. Nothing but a blank canvas. 0 to 5, completely blank canvas. You can download that child with anything, and it'll take. So when they start hearing Boo Boo Brown, what's the damn, I don't even know the damn song, something Booty Brown or some shit like that. And I forgot her first song. I forgot the damn first song, the name of her first song. But when they hear stupid ass shit like that, that is programming the child to be on a low vibration for an extended amount of time until they get introduced to something else that may change them. But if they vibrate with that and they don't get introduced to anything else, that will be the frequency that goes on and survives within that child. So black fatigue is just ghetto fatigue. It's Shanae fatigue. Let's get it real. Black fatigue is Shanae fatigue. And fucking who else? Who another dumbass nigga from the and Romy Rome. Shanae and Romy Rome. That's what it is. And I love Romy Rome. I said you're Rome in the house. I said you're Rome in the house. Watch your mouth. But you don't want to see that when you out on the street all the goddamn time in the store, in the restaurant. Shout out to Jerome. I said Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth. Off the chain on TV to laugh at. Don't want to see it in public. Sorry. Don't want to see that shit. So moving along. Stop being ghetto, motherfuckers. God damn. Rise up out of that. You can be this some way, and then this here, and that's way there. Come on, man. Learn how to change the game up. Oh, Pound, that's the name of the song? Okay, Pound Town? Is that what it is? Okay, yeah, that bullshit. That don't even have a damn chorus or oh my God, it's the worst song of all time. And you got little kids singing that shit, man. That's crazy. So, again, ratchet, black fatigue, Shanae fatigue, whatever way you want to call it. Ghetto, all of it. Niggas is tired of that shit. Melanated people, please rise up. Elevate your consciousness. Moving along. The new Pope is a nigga. What? The new Pope, I said nigga. No. But no, the new Pope is melanated. So supposedly has a melanated background. He Creole. On his grandparents' birth certificates, or his great-grandparents' birth certificates, or I think, it says free, what is it? Free something person, like mulatto or free, I think it says free mulatto or something like that on his grandparents' birth certificates. The Pope is a nigga. What up, Pippity Pope? The Pope finally got a nigga up in there, y'all. They're trying to claim him. They say, well, he's Creole. This is what they're trying to say. He's not really black. He's Creole. I'm telling you, boy, when it's somebody in a big position, they'll always take the nigga away from him, right? When it's some fucked up shit, he's a nigger, he's black. When it's in a prestigious position, something of power. Oh no, he's not black. He's not really black. He's, he's 1/100th black, but everything else other than that is not black. He's 1/100th. Yeah. If you want to go that way, then I might be black too. If you want to call me that, I have 100th of a black in me, but that's not the Pope. The Pope is Creole. Like, what does Creole mean? What is Creole? It's black and it has some French and some Indian, some American Indian in there. Did I say French and Indian? Okay, yeah. Then there's some indigenous Indian. That's the same thing, isn't it? Oh God, my bad. Okay, yeah. There's people. Wait a minute. I said that. What else did we learn? Like black? You mean nigga black? I was gonna say it. I just wanted to get to all the other stuff first. I just wanted to get everything else first. I was gonna mention it. I was gonna mention black, but everything else I just had to get to it first. Well, when were you gonna get to the black part being a part of Creole, motherfucker? It was coming. Gotta have patience, man. So, the Pope is a nigga, y'all. Rejoice or no. Hilarious, they claiming it though. As soon as they find out about some shit. Pope is a nigga. No, he ain't. He's Creole. He's not a nigga. He's Creole. I promise you, he's Creole. I promise you, it's Creole, man. Creole is what again? Some French in there. I said French, and that's some Indian. Nigga, don't bring that shit back. So shout out to the Popity Piggity Pope, the Pimpity Pope. We're gonna call him the Pimpity Pope. So moving along. Shout out Popity Pope, Pimpity Pope. Moving along. Kanye's revenge. We got to talk about Kanye's revenge, and it's glorious. Kanye's revenge is motherfucking glorious in this bitch. You understand? Kanye said, you know what? What's the best way for me as God to show them that they cannot fuck with God? Because the KZARs, they really think they control everything. They are the power structure of everything. If we say no, that's what it means. If we cancel you, you out. If we say don't say this, if we don't do that, blah, blah, blah. I mean, the KZARs think they got this shit locked up. They control everything. And then Ye was like, you know what? I'm God. You don't control my God spirit, my God creativity. And because I am God, I can create an anthem against you that will last forever. And if anyone knows, vibration frequency anthems is what wakes people up to shit. That's what wakes people up to shit. So if you think that you want to cancel everybody and try to silence everybody from saying this and that and whoop-de-whoop and all this and that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a banger anthem with a hook that no one can resist. That hook, soon as you hear it like 2 times, you oh my nigga, oh my niggas, nothing nigga. You saying that shit, you like, oh my niggas, nothing nigga. Oh my niggas, nigga. You was like, oh shit, nigga, that shit is catchy, nigga. God dang, nigga. That shit catchy as fuck. And he gonna have all the youth around here screaming that shit. That's how you get back at those motherfuckers. Show them that you cannot stifle God. You can't corrupt God. Boy, do you understand? If I really want to go to my bag, my God bag, you can do nothing about that, Khazarian. We have been God since we've been here. And that's really what you covet. You're really mad because you not like that. So let me just show you, if I just want to go and just totally be God, what I can do to you. I can destroy your whole persona. And that's what he did. That's what he's doing. That song is tearing them niggas up. And you can't hear it on anywhere but, shout out to Elon. He may be a Khazarian ball gargler somewhere, but you can still hear that shit on Twitter and YouTube. YouTube then changed, apparently. Because you can see the video and hear the song on YouTube. So, hey. And just so you know, the word Hail, when they say Hail, when they do that, it doesn't mean praise. A lot of people think that means praise. When they go high and then they do the the hit leezy after that. Hail, hit leezy, right? That doesn't mean praise. The word Hail means health. It means good health or prosperity or something like that. It doesn't mean hail. So that's all it means. So, or it doesn't mean to praise. Sorry, it means hail in German. The German means praise, or not. Excuse me. Doesn't mean praise, means health. I keep saying. So the etymology means health. Just so we're health, prosperity, good fortune, something like that. And this nigga, I don't know if Kanye knew that when he put it out. I don't know if many people know the definition of hail, but it just went right along with the vibration. That chorus is catchy to the motherfucker, boy. Even Joe Rogan was saying that shit on the show the other day. He said, Joe Rogan was like, you heard that Kanye song, that Ye song, man? And he's like, it's so catchy though, man. Because he had what's old boy Tom Segura on there, and Tom Segura was like, what is he doing, man? What is he doing? You're gonna have everybody, and then Joe Rogan was like, I think that's the plan. He's like, you're gonna have everybody out here saying that. What are you doing? And Joe Rogan was like, I think that's the plan. He wants to, and he said, then he goes, it's so catchy though. Like Joe Rogan is like, it's so catchy. Even Joe Rogan had to acknowledge the shit. He was like, I'm not saying that you should say this or anything. He's like, but the song is like, it's a good song. So when you got the Caucasian people, you got everybody out here saying, nigga, this song should be complete lava. You should not be able to touch this song. You got people like, goddamn. Even on Tim Pool was saying that shit. Tim Pool showed you, he like, that song is catchy, man. You got all of the racist Caucasian people out here like, so shout out to Yeezy, boy. God, Yeezy. That's the perfect way to get back at the at the KZRs. Perfect way. I mean, goddamn, that's a checkmate. I'm going to do what I do best, and that's be God in this damn studio and create something godly that you cannot fuck with. Off the chain, baby. I love it. Last thing I got, police stop law lessons. A news report. Hold on. Where'd it go? So a news report by James Lee exposes Israel as the ones who are behind funding the training Cop City in Atlanta. I'll say that again. A news report just came out and said Nuke Azaria is the one who funded and started training the police officers or the police in Cop City in Atlanta. Why is Israel funding and training American local police officers? Why are they doing that? Does anybody ask why they're doing that? So the IDF are military domestic training police that deal with black communities like Israel deals with Palestinians. So that's what they brought them in here for, to deal with black communities like Israel deals with Palestinians. That's what they're teaching them. This say you have to deal with these people the same way we deal with Palestinians. That's what they told them in the training. And there were enough signatures. So there were enough signatures on the petition to get Cop City canceled on the ballot, but the mayor blocked it. The mayor of Atlanta blocked the cancellation of Cop City. It was on the ballot, and he blocked it from being voted on. The mayor of Atlanta. Why? Because he's a Khazarian ball gargler. He's controlled. He has no power. Those Khazars was like, you better cancel that shit. And he had to do it. Cop City cost $90 million to build, with a bunch of the money coming from AIPAC, which is the Jewish lobby, Coca-Cola, and Chick-fil-A. Again, Nuke Azaria, Coca-Cola, and Chick-fil-A are the ones who are funding Cop City. Holy shit. Y'all better get on this shit. Y'all better understand. This shit is coming for y'all, man. They're not about to let up on this shit. So that's one story I had. Y'all better know about that. The Khazarians in Cop City in Atlanta. Then did you hear about the brother Tyler Chase Butler? Tyler Chase Butler was thrown in jail for murder with no bond because 3 Caucasian kids were trying to break into his house. Did y'all see that? The 3 Caucasian kids who were supposedly doing a ding-dong ditch prank at 3 in the morning. They got one of the brother who owned the house. He came down, got his gun, and shot one of them. Now, it's been a while since I played ding-dong ditch. But the way I remember it is, you ring the doorbell, you knock on the door, and you run your ass off. So if he had done that, he wouldn't have been there for the brother to shoot him. So he wasn't playing ding dong ditch. They say they were robbing the place. There was a bunch of people that were also neighbors who said these cats were robbing. They were stealing shit. And they had done this before in the neighborhood. And so at 3 in the morning, you playing ding dong ditch at 3 in the morning, get the entire fuck out of here. And this brother, they tried to show his mugshot to make him look like a criminal and all that type of shit. No, this brother's an upstanding, upright citizen in the community, former veteran, got a beautiful crib. I'm like, shit, nigga, give me that crib. That man's crib is nice, which is why he was defending it. Now, I believe he's going to get off eventually, especially when it's shown that the kids weren't just playing ding-dong ditch. They were robbing the place. They were trying to get into the place. But they acting like he don't have a right to defend his house. Threw this man in jail for murder with no bail. Now, if it was 3 black kids, if it was 3 melanated kids that came to a Caucasian kid's house at 3 in the morning and said they were playing ding dong ditch, and the Caucasian dude killed one of them, they would be saying self-defense. He tried to rob the house. They were criminals. They would be doing that all day. But because they were 3 white kids, supposedly good kids, out robbing motherfuckers at 3 in the morning, the brother gets thrown in jail. He gets the book thrown at him. Just like Carmelo Anthony. No, the black people can't be upright people when the Caucasian people never start shit. This is what I'm saying. They just act like no Caucasian people ever start shit. Or if they do start shit, you're not supposed to be able to retaliate, to get back at them for the fucked up shit they do. There's no accountability for them whatsoever. I'm supposed to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. It's America. You heard Trump make America great again. It was great when I was able to do what the fuck I wanted. I can't do that now. What's not? America's not great. It's a piece of shit. If I can't do what the fuck I want to you, like, no, you can't do what the fuck you want. You try it. Go ahead. You free to try it. Don't say shit when you don't like what comes back. That's what needs to happen. Motherfuckers, you don't just get to touch people, Caucasian people. They really believe that. I get to touch you, you can't say shit about it. Don't you ever say shit about it. I get to rob you, I get to abuse you, I get to punk you, I can do anything I want. Because this is America, and this is how it was 100 years ago, you better not say nothing now. Because this is the way it was 100 years ago. Okay. These Caucasian people are starting to see, or, FAFO. They starting to FAFO like a motherfucker. They starting to FAFO like a motherfucker. And so, shout out to that brother. Again, his name is Tyler Chase Butler. I think he got a GoFundMe and stuff too for him. So, if you want to look up his GoFundMe to donate for him, please do so. Again, they said they were playing a TikTok prank. Ding dong ditch TikTok prank. At 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning. People are asleep. Nobody's going to come to the goddamn door if you ring the door at 3 in the morning. Most likely everybody's asleep and nobody going to get their ass up and come down. Who are you trying to trick? It's just dumb for them to say that. And for the police to really act like that's a viable reason that those kids were there at 3 in the morning. Come on, man. Stop the bullshit. So, shout out to that. Shout out to that brother. Because again, he wouldn't have had time to get his gun if you ran first. So, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Just hope he gets off. Because that kid shouldn't have been killed, but you shouldn't have been doing some shit. Again, these white kids just think they can do whatever the hell they want to people and nothing's supposed to happen. Caucasian kids or Caucasian parents, start teaching your kids to keep your hands to your damn self. Y'all better start teaching that because melanated people ain't having it no more. Melanated people starting to see, all right, fuck this shit. We just start smashing on you. Fuck it. So that's what's happening, Caucasian people. You better start keeping your hands to yourself. Last thing, Ryan Hinton Jr., the dude who ran over the cop when his son got shot because the police officer said he had a gun in his hand. Now, a lot of things coming back showing the video saying that he didn't have a gun in his hand, but he did have a gun when he got out of the car because the gun dropped to the floor. You can see it in the first part of the video, in the first part of the dumpsters. So when he's at the beginning of the dumpsters, you can see he falls to the ground and you see the gun. So when that happened, one of the officer that was behind him, so there's two officers, one on the side that sees him from the side, and then one behind Carmelo. The one behind Carmelo says, "Gun, gun." He screams, "Gun." So then the other officer, he goes to try to cut Carmelo off around the other side. So he doesn't see Carmelo left the gun on the other side of the dumpster. All he knows is the other police officer says, "Gun, gun," and they heard the gun hit the ground too. So when he comes through the thing, he doesn't know if he have a gun or not. Now, if he has the gun in his hand or not, it doesn't matter. Why? Because he was alerted by the other officer that he has a gun. So if you see somebody running away and you suspect, excuse me, and you suspect they have a weapon, a gun, a deadly weapon, a police officer, again, this is no bias on this. I ain't putting my feeling towards it, yes or either not. I'm just explaining the law to you. Because again, the law is not, doesn't take sides. So in the law, if a police officer catches a person who's running away and they could have a deadly weapon, the police officer is not required, but authorized to shoot that person. That whether you like it or not, well, you say he didn't have the gun in his hand. Well, he did have a gun, and the other officers saw him have a gun, and the officer who shot him didn't see him drop the gun. All he knew was from the former report, "Gun, gun, gun." That's what he heard, "Gun." So when he sees Carmelo run on this side, run out of the damn thing, he still thinks he had the gun. Whether he can see it or not, he still thinks Carmelo has a gun. So he's authorized to shoot him. More likely, he's probably supposed to shoot, because if Carmelo gets away, I mean, not Carmelo, I can call him Carmelo, Ryan. If Ryan gets away and he goes and kills somebody else with that weapon, the weapon that they think he has, or assume alleged weapon, then that goes back on the cop. So it's fucked up that he got shot and he didn't have no gun for sure. But because of how the situation unfolded, the cop kind of had to shoot him. So now, would he have not shot a Caucasian person? Probably. That could have been so. Absolutely. We can say, if it was a Caucasian person, would he have not shot? We can pretty much assume that could have happened. That might have happened. However, it doesn't mean that he was in the wrong for shooting Ryan, because the law states that if he assumes that someone who is running away from you out into public, Yo, who is this keep spamming my Yo, who is this dude? Thank you. So that's what happened. And so then going back to the father, the father went and sued for $20 million. He went and filed a lawsuit, $20 million lawsuit, against the police department for wrongful arrest and all that. So basically, I don't know if he's going to win, but he went and filed it himself. He went and filed what's called pro se lawsuit against the police department for $20 million. Now, if he's gonna win, who knows? Will he win? Who knows? Oh, excuse me, 25 million, not 20 million, 25 million. He's trying to get paid. But it came out that, or allegedly, it came out that he wasn't driving the car. There was a woman who was allegedly driving the car that ran into the police officer who got smashed into the pole. So whether it's true or not, we'll see. But apparently, there's some things coming out that he might not have been the one driving the car. We don't know. But his lawyers weren't going for it. His lawyers were trying to say that he was the one and he just was mentally crazy. he just was fucked up in the head. That may be why he fired his lawyers and went in on his own to file a pro se lawsuit. But we have to wait and see on that. That's just a bad situation all around. And again, if you know the law, baby, you know the law, baby. It don't have to happen like that. You don't over here know this damn law. Please get over, buy this, get this book, this great book of Melanin Research, and get one of these beautiful copies right here. Blue, gold, or red. Boom, you get this with it. All this right here. Know your rights. realnagas.com. And then, you get the other things with that, the cards, the constitutional rights card, qualified immunity card, and notice. You keep this in your car, or if you don't have a card, keep this in your pocket. When police officers pull you over, I don't answer questions. You can also say I plead the fifth, but really, I don't answer questions will do. And a police officer will know that you're not one to be messed with. When you say that and you have something like this, police officers know you're not one to be messed with. Trust me. They have never seen nothing like this. No one carries this stuff around. No one is carrying anything like this around in their car or their pocket to deal with police. So when they see this from you, they know you're different. So make sure you get over there, order the Great Book of Melanin, research the hard copy, not the digital. We want you to order the digital too. Please, you can order the digital too. But if you want the deal with the books and the cards, and also for this next week, I'm gonna hook you up with the deal of 5 flashcards. You get the full deck of 5 until Friday. All right. So if you want the full deck, the whole enchilada of the packages, and then also the public official bonds book. Tells you where to go place a claim on that bond. If you want to get that $75,000 bond that most police officers have, I said every police officer has a bond, but not all of them are for $75,000. Some are for $50,000, and maybe some of them may be a little lower, but most of them are for $75,000. So if you want to claim that bond, boom, public official bonds book right here teaches you how to do that. Get the whole package. Make sure you support. That's the best way to support everybody. If you want to support me, go to realnagas.com, purchase some merchandise. That's how you help me. Also, CashApp. Appreciate you guys on the CashApp. Real Nagas, the number 9, everybody. Again, that's how you support. Need your support, because if I'm going to be doing this, getting out here, getting all this damn information, bringing it back to you, I need your help to be able to do that. All right? So, appreciate you guys. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. All my moderators, kicking out all these damn laptop gangsters up in here talking crazy. I see a lot of y'all in here handling your business, so appreciate you. Thank everybody for the Cash App. And everybody, you can still hit me with the Cash App during the week. Cash App, Real Nagas, the number 9. If you want to donate to the shawarma before my cleanse comes in June, you know I'm doing the cleanse in June, so help me get all the bad shit out of my damn system before June, everybody. Appreciate you. Yo, Corey on. Appreciate you, Corey. This is for gun safety. Training don't teach. What is it? Training don't teach wounding chest shit. What is that? It says for gun safety training, don't teach wounding chest shit? What is that? I don't know what that is. You mean wounding somebody in the chest? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Corey? Yeah, you talking about, boy? Well, let me know before you get out of here, because I don't know what the hell that meant. But if not, you can let me know in police stop law class tomorrow. Oh, chest shots. Oh, okay. I see what you meant. Chest shots. Yeah. But again, I don't believe in guns at this point. I mean, I do believe that you should have a gun. You should probably have a gun as a last resort. But y'all know me. I'm about I'm about these and I'm about that right there. About these hands and these elbows, baby. I'll take your ass out. If I gotta use a weapon, I may have to use a weapon. But hands and elbows, right here, baby. So appreciate y'all, everybody. Thank you for showing up on this gloomy ass Saturn's Day. Appreciate y'all. I'm out of here. About to watch me some Star Wars. Peace.